Whoa! What the fuck is up, Brett fans? Hello, this is Jay, formerly Insane Coaster Junkie. We do not use that name anymore. Hi, guys, it's Jay. How's it going out there? And we are here for a live stream. Yes, we are here for the annual post Super Bowl live stream, Super Bowl 60. I don't know how many years has it been since 2020 that I've been doing this fun little adventure. So hello. So it's been a trip. I know it's been a rough couple of months. There's been a lot of things that have been going on recently. So we're here. So I'll mention who's on stream right now. I'll just start popping some comments here. We have Matt Rave, Angel Fisher, DC's Batman the Ride James, Travis of Coaster Twin, Taylor's in Salt Lake. We have Purple Shadows. And let's see, we got Cedar Point Coasters and Michael. So we have a lot of people. So hello, everybody. And yes, we are trying a new streaming platform with StreamYard, which Coaster Hour uses a bunch. I've never used it before because I've only used it once in a podcast episode way back, and it worked really well. And I see what Coaster Hour does with all this. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think, to see if you like it. If you don't, I won't use this again. Maybe we'll use OBS again. So we are out and about. So, okay. So without further ado, we are going to be introducing our special guest of this live stream, my right-hand man for the past year or so. All the way in bumfuck West Virginia, we have Colton of ThrillStop.
What up, Red fans? ThrillStop is in the house. And you're also looking at
hello.
Your winner.
Hello. What brings you here?
We had a Super Bowl bet. I was the rival of this year's bet in the Jays and Manic world. And like most people that have ever gone up against him, I was successful in this year's Super Bowl run. But
another damn Super Bowl that I lose.
Pretty much. And as Jay's right-hand man for the past year. I
don't make fun of me, but we got the Liquid Death, and I'm going to need a lot of this tonight.
Worst water out there.
So I can't even crack it open properly. The tip broke off. Oh no, now it's spilling.
Too frozen.
Cracking it like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Austin 316. All right. We'll get to the punishment and everything else about that later. Since we know the end of the game now. I lost. He won. So
how about that?
So I won't drink a Coke for crying out loud, Travis says. No, I don't have any Coke with me. We only drink Liquid Death in this household. Colton may disagree with me all the way in West Virginia, but it's my universe, damn it.
Rightfully so.
Also, it's frozen because it's been in my car for the past few weeks, and it was -7 last night, and it froze.
Jeez, -7 that month. That's truly
-6, 7. All right, so anyway, we're going to look at my table of contents because I honestly forgot what we were supposed to do. So basically, you were the Patriots. I mean, you were the Seahawks.
No, I was the Seahawks.
So, and we're battling for. Let's look at our home parks real quick. We'll do a little bit of a discussion. So we'll start with you. You are co-host. So home park. What's your home park like? Yada
Well,
yada
you
yada.
want to, I mean, as most people know, I don't really have much of a home park. But, like, if you want to talk about, like, my three closest parks, you have Del Grosso's, if you want to count that. Great little place. Idlewild is not about the same distance or so. And also about the same distance apart in two different directions is Kennywood, which fantastic place we all know. Most people in the Pennsylvania coastal world obviously know about Kennywood very much, and King's Dominion in Virginia is about the same distance. A park that I now have a season pass to, so I kind of can call a lot more home than I used to be able to. But I did visit a time or two last year for the first time in a few, so I've definitely kind of taken Kennywood Park and made it. I mean, not Kennywood, well, Kennywood too, but King's Dominion, and make King's Dominion more my home park for now. Now, once I move to college, it'll definitely be Kennywood Park because I'll be a lot closer to Kennywood than I currently am, at least by an hour or two, actually closer, 2 hours closer. But for now, I'm calling King's Dominion my main home park, since that is where my season passes through as of current.
Absolutely. And everybody knows I'm pretty much the biggest Waldemar Glazer on the planet, except for Kat at Purple Shadows. So you can argue who's the better Glazer, but she has that whole website, the Waldemar Ride database. So I think she's got me outnumbered 69-1. But on a serious note, Waldemar is in the process of a $11 million water park expansion with 2 new family raft slides and a new endless river, the return of Paratrooper, and the teasing of Waldemar's major 2027 edition, which we will get back to that event soon. So stay tuned about how we could possibly find out some information, fingers crossed. But if you came from the old channel and stuck around, you know how Waldemar is. I'm not going to really explain much. It's Park's 130th summer. It's going to be a great year. I cannot wait to see what they have in store. And for the rest of the home parks, well, it's pretty much Kennywood, Six Flags Darien Lake, and Cedar Point, which half of those are on All Park Passport with Prestige Pass now, and the other one is a Hershend Park. So pick your poison. So, but we can't talk about home parks without Camden Park.
Camden Park, a park that, if you want to get technical, is not really much of a home park at all. The only way that that park is any more of a home park to me than most people is thanks to one little thing that I had up my sleeve that I did just a few short years ago. If you remember the American Coast Enthusiast, you're very well aware of Roller Coaster Magazine. This article,
What?
Preserve Relics of the Past Camden Park, that was written by myself. And that is the Big Dipper at Camden Park, which is the 1958 National Amusement Devices coaster, which is a rarity these days. Actually, the only two operating are at Camden Park. And I've ridden them both. So if you go to Camden Park, you get on 2 very rare wooden roller coasters because the only 2 left around by that company. Now, those trains may look familiar to you. Yes, Thunderbolt at Kennywood does run those same Century Flyer trains, but the only difference is that that ride was not built by National Amusement Devices. It was built by a mix of people over the years of renovations. But that's kind of where I kind of get dubbed as like kind of the Camden Park guy. And also my early YouTube videos were very Camden Park based. Actually, I filmed a lot at that park during a couple of my visits and uploaded them. But Camden Park's a great place, and if anyone
I
in
will
here hasn't
settle a
been there
question
and thought
here,
about
which
going,
I hate to interrupt you, but I want to settle a question here on this live stream right here, right now.
okay,
Because technically our 2 home parks, well, I'm going to use Connie Lake Park in this case. Is Conneaut Lake Park's Devil's Den and Camden Park's Haunted House roller coasters? I want you guys to put in the comments. Can I make a poll? No, I cannot. With StreamYard, son of a bitch.
Comment yes or no. Do you think
Just
the
put
Pretzel
yes or
Dark
no.
Ride
It's Devil's Den or Haunted or Haunted House credits?
credits?
Which I will put this up here. Kat says we're both the best glazers in our own right. All of us are glazers. All of us are glazers.
But how about that? Put in the comments yes or no if you think that the Pretzel Dark Rides, which is like you said, Devil's Den, Haunted House, rides of that nature, the Pretzel Dark Ride nature, are those roller coaster credits? And if we get a few answers in the comments, then we will discuss the opinions on such.
Yeah. Apparently StreamYard's like really far behind when it comes to like showing chat. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So that might be some growing pains throughout the night.
I'm looking at the comments right now. We have
Travis says no. Michael says yes. Kat says yes. So right now it's 2-1 in favor of yes.
Until we put in our own votes.
That Travis claims that's like putting Wacky Shack as a coaster.
He's not wrong. Cedar Point coasters is if it's on RCDB. Neither are.
RCDB. Let's go to RCDB.
Neither are.
Well, I think go to yours and go to mine.
People at one time, Haunted House was on there, but then they removed it. Now, at one time, at the bottom, it says, depending on how you define a roller coaster, Camden Park has a 1960s pretzel dark ride called Haunted House, which may be of interest. They added that on there during COVID, around COVID, when they changed that kind of classification.
Yeah, it says here on the Conneaut Lake Park page as well. Depending on how you define a roller coaster, Conneaut Lake has a 1968 pretzel dark ride called Devil's Den, aka Dr. Marauderi's Wild Ride from 1993 to 2001, which may be of interest. Which also, fun fact, the 2012 horror movie Scream Park was filmed at Conneaut Lake Park. But going back to what we talked about, it's how you define a roller coaster.
Now, I would like to say something because actually, if you look at the comments here, Purple Shadows actually kind of makes a fair point here. Because it's not quite Devil's Den has a lift hill and is gravity powered. So, which of course she's probably referring to how Wacky Shack, I guess, doesn't. I'm not sure. I've never.
Well, because Haunted House has the same classification. It's got a lift hill and it's got a drop.
Now, I will say, I'm going to talk about my opinion on this. So I have a very specific way on how I count a roller coaster. In the last version, I kind of made this rule thanks to Haunted House. It has to go uphill and downhill by gravity. Or in the case of a powered coaster, if the power cuts, can't go downhill and uphill on its own without power. And the main other option, the main other thing with this is track. It has to run on a rail. Haunted House runs on a guiding rail like this, but that's about it. And it kind of used that just enough to guide it around. It's not on a coaster track. It's not on a track. Rail's kind of one thing. It's not on a track. So to me, Haunted House, Devil's Den aren't roller coasters for the main fact they're not on a track. If they were on a track, absolutely. It covers all the other points. But there's no track. There's a guide rail, but to me, a guide rail is not a track. That's the thing to me.
Let's argue it from this point of view, because when
you can convince me otherwise,
they manually push you to the lift hill. It's a chain lift, and it acts in a behavior that the chain lift could be stopped at any time. Because for those who are unfamiliar, a block zone is a section of track that only one train may occupy. At the end of a block zone is a method to stop the train just in case a block zone ahead is occupied. This is the safety system that prevents roller coaster trains from colliding with one another. So it can stop on the lift hill if necessary. The only thing you got to do is push the button. Now, once you get off the lift hill to the gum wall and you're snaking around, then it basically turns into a wooden wild mouse. Because when you get to the gum wall, it is a slight dip like this. So you're slightly going through those hairpin turns, and then you go down the drop, and then the rest of the layout is like your traditional wild mouse. You have a bunch of switchbacks back and forth, back and forth. When you stop the ride, they manually stop it. There's no braking system on the ride. It's all operator driven. James says, but what is a chain lift launch system? Well, that's not the case, James. You are completely wrong. So in my definition,
James also says he has a Coaster Credit Constitution. James,
well,
what is your Coaster Credit Constitution? Because I want to see if we need amendments to this Constitution. What's your Bill of Rights here? Do you agree with me saying
let's
that you
see.
need a
Zoe
track?
says Devil's Den is not a credit. I don't know about you, but it's gravity powered and has block zones. That's how. See, I agree with Zoe because that's how I see it.
Block zone's a bit of a stretch. Block zone's a bit of a stretch. If your operator keels over dead, that train's rolling right in the next block zone, no stopping.
Well, it's just going to hit the next car ahead of it.
Yeah, there's the only true block zone is that chain lift. And can that train lift stop a train? Can it? I'm not sure. Can it?
James, I'm just going to say this. Shut the fuck up. We don't talk about 2023 and Rocket Blast as a credit. It's not a coaster. Let's see. Riley says Devil's Den is not a credit and hands will be thrown if you say otherwise.
Thank you, Drive.
Cat says Devil's Den has a layout and is gravity powered. If it's on RCDB. Now, we don't have to necessarily put RCDB. Let's bring our old friend Josh Pandolf, Small Town Coasters on Instagram on this one. Some of those mountain coasters are only on coaster, but they're not on RCDB.
He doesn't count mountain coasters. Now, okay, here's another thing too. Another thing, to me, if you're gonna count Devil's Den and Haunted House as a credit, count Zamparo Discos.
No,
count Zamparo
we are not getting into this.
They're on the
exact same thing. I have operated. No, I have operated a Zamperla Disco. Shut it. I am an ex-ride operator. I can share this. I used to operate Mega Vortex when I used to work in the rides department. Shout outs to Matt Rabe in the live chat, one of my former supervisors. But anyway, Mega Vortex is powered. It uses zero gravity.
If the power system cuts, can the gravity make it go around?
Let's see. I found a really good comment here. It says, the presidential debate. This is not a presidential debate.
This is the coaster debate.
Like, I was ready to get to the Q&A, but we're in this such a heated debate here because technically both of our home parks share this problem. Sure, Conneaut Lake Park is not a true home park to me, but still, it has that ride, and I've ridden it.
I don't know. I mean, to me, if someone wants to count it, I can see why. I just wouldn't. I just don't. I mean, like, to me, it seems wrong to count a dark ride style ride as a roller coaster. I mean, of course, you can say, oh, well, Exterminator. Yeah, no. You know, that's obviously a wild mouse. Not like a Pretzel Dark Ride, which, by the way, that dark ride was always classified and always thought of as a dark ride. It wasn't until RCDB decided, hey, it's a roller coaster because it does this. On a guide rail, by the way. You know what happens when if that guide rail disappears? It becomes a shopping cart. So it becomes a shopping cart. It derails. It goes whatever way it wants to. At that point, all that's holding you on the line is a guide rail about as thick as my hand.
All right, so because Michael says this, I have Haunted House counted in his credit count. I have Devil's Den counted in mine.
I mean, sure, Michael. I know you've been there. We've talked about this before. Sure. I mean, if you want to count it, absolutely, that's great. But I don't see why. I don't quite see it.
I'm going to count it on mine.
And I'm not going to like you for counting it on yours because I think you're boosting your credit.
Okay,
you're rocket blasting it is what you're doing. You're rocket blasting it.
Dude, I haven't even told this you privately. But my friend Jared, who's working right now, he claims the Seuss trolley at Islands of Adventure is a coaster. The Dr. Seuss trolley, he counts it as a roller coaster. Who?
And he goes to his bed. Hey guys, well, I'll have you alone for a second. I just thought I'd say, you know, check out Jay's stuff. He's posting all his old videos that he took off his channel before. And if you want a good opportunity or something, check out ThrillStop. We got decent content going up. Some fun stuff. But Jay's gonna be in videos this year. He's gonna be in more videos this year. Jay's only in one video this past season that I believe. He's gonna be in multiple videos this coming season. We have a lot of stuff planned together, and it's gonna be an absolutely fun time. We'll get to that later. We'll get more into that later. But I just thought I'd point out real quick. We got some fun stuff coming.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so mad because I think he's stupid for that. You and I can agree that is not a coaster.
Cancel dark rides, but that's besides the point.
No, that's not. The Seuss trolley is not. The Seuss trolley is not a dark ride. That's an actual transport around the land.
Oh, Purple Shadow says on here, point this comment out. Same goes for traveling coasters and fairs, not included on there. So another argument. Another argument completely here. Because
powered coasters. Oh God. I say powered coasters again. I've ridden 2 last year on the Minnesota, Iowa trip I made. I rode Back at the Barnyard Hayride and Cosmic Coaster at Valley Fair.
To me,
they have some gravity they have some gravity-esque parts in it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And also back to the traveling coach thing. I know some people don't count that.
Where is that?
At 8:19 p.m. It says on mine.
8:19. I haven't seen that comment. It's excuse me. StreamYard is very slow.
It is very slow. Same for traveling coasters and fairs not included. So to me, I count fair coasters. I know some people don't count.
And I do too.
Jay does too. And the thing is I use Log Ride to count my credits. Log Ride is really good these days about keeping up with fair coasters. So it's a lot easier to track your credits to make sure you don't accidentally count the same one twice. And I don't ride enough fair coasters anyway to really make that an issue. I don't ride too many little kiddie coasters at fairs so much. I go to fairs here and there, but I totally count fair coasters as credits. I mean, they're totally roller coasters.
But here's the thing: I don't use Log Ride. I actually enter everything manually on a spreadsheet. I'm old school.
I'm new school. I use Log Ride. I think Log Ride is great.
So Devil's Den is not a Bill Tracy ride. That is that Devil's Den and Haunted House are made by Pretzel.
Oh, Pretzel.
Which Zoe corrects here. Going back here, RCD argument. You don't see the new location of Little Leaper from Lakemont Park on there. So is that not even a credit? So this is referring to her when Little Leaper got removed from Lakemont and is now relocated to Cool Spring Ranch in Mercer County, which is Western PA. But that coaster hasn't even reopened at its new location yet.
RCDB is not necessarily the holy Bible of roller coasters here, because
you have the freedom to use whatever. You have the freedom to use whatever you want. You can use RCDB, you can use Log Ride, you can use Coaster Count.
They don't get added on to the other place immediately. It takes time for RCDB to catch that up. Because it's all being done by hand. So it's still a roller coaster, it's just not listed again yet. And like Jay said, you have the power, freedom to count whatever you want as a credit. Credit counts are meaningless. They're meaningless. They don't mean anything to anyone besides
everyone's
yourself.
Definition is different.
And whoever you tell, and yourself is all credit counts matter for. It doesn't do anything for them.
Here's this one. The only thing RCDV and I disagree on is the Skyline Skywarps. Those and Larson Super Loops are not credits.
I agree, they're not.
I agree, they are not credits.
They never use gravity.
I explain them as credits just to get attention.
Never use gravity. Those don't.
RCDB is also run by one fucking guy. His word is in the law. That is true.
It's made by multiple guys. Mainly one guy, but multiple. And so, yeah, if you want to say his word isn't the law, it's not. I mean, it's a database. People put the coasters on there so people know where coasters are at. And it's helped me find obscure coasters. So, it's a great database, really. Fantastic.
So, yeah, everyone had good points. Let's see what this one. Cat Rocks.
That's my friend. What up, Catherine?
Debate is clearly irrelevant because it doesn't involve El Toro. I can say this because I've ridden El Toro. El Toro slaps, good coaster, but it doesn't need to be in this argument. So I 100% respectfully agree with you.
I've not ridden El
Even
Toro yet.
sorry, Cole,
Actually,
you'll get on El Toro soon.
I'm going with her to ride El Toro. Actually, coming up. So we'll talk about that later on. But I'll be with
Um,
her riding El Toro soon.
let's see. I'm crashing out. Yes, I am.
Take really
All right. Fourth Amendment, Article 2, Devil's Den at Conneaut Lake Park is not a coaster credit.
right there it is. That is it.
There you go. There's the Triple J version of the Constitution. Write it down.
Yeah, write it down.
Um,
Write it down.
all right. Do you count Thunder River? No. Log flumes are not credits. Water coasters like the Mock Power Splash, the new Sawmill Falls that's at Six Flags Qiddiya City. What else is there?
Totally credit.
No, I don't count that. I think traveling coasters can't be included on RCDV because it would have to be updated too much with new locations. That is a fair point.
Yeah, they've been updated weekly. Now, I will say, Log Ride, again, they keep the midways updated. So if you want to go in there and click on midways, you can see what each midway has.
Yeah,
And
like
they don't update the
who's the
location.
provider? Is it Tally Amusements? Is it James E. Stratz? Is it Amusements of America? Who exactly? You can just look that up.
Congrats on 100 subscribers, by the way, Jay, on the new channel.
Woo! I hit 100 subscribers on the new channel. Let's go. Thank you very much. Oh God, we are not getting into this conversation. I want to get to the Q&A as soon as possible, but comments are keep going flowing. Racer at Kennywood is 2 credits. Suck my dick.
Horse shit. That's 1. Because again, I told people this all the time. It's 1 because if that train doesn't stop in the station, it keeps going around. You end up back in the same spot. You've only done half the ride. Now, I don't think you can really count one like a half a credit, but you have to do both sides to get the whole thing.
There's
because,
no
again,
such
if that
thing
train
as
don't
half
stop,
credits, Riley. James makes a good point. You have to ride both sides to experience everything. I will die on this hill. Yes.
but again, remember this. Like any other racing coaster, it's not maybe asleep. It's 2. It is 2 because it's 2 separate tracks. Now again, okay. Here's the big argument with Racer. Here's Racer argument. Knock one lift hill down. Knock one lift hill down. Can the ride successfully go back around and not fall off the track? No. 1 credit.
No. All right. El Toro should be in every argument. It's the meaning of life. Yes.
Thank you.
Zoe says it's 1 credit. There is no such thing as half credit. Bullshit.
Okay, Apple said the whole half credit thing's horseshit.
Oh, Matt. You saw this meme when I used to work at Waldemar. I used to debate on a bunch of things. Coaster enthusiasts debating on what credits counts as a credit is one of my favorite conversations to watch because you just watch people freak out.
I love it. It's great.
Half credits don't exist, Riley. What if I rode one but not the other and I ride Phantom's Revenge? Would that credit be 103.5? No. It'd be 103.
You gotta ride both sides. You have to. You just have to. You can't get the credit.
Say you ride Racer, then you go to Phantom's Revenge. No. Say you go to Racer, ride one side, go to Steel Curtain, then ride Racer on the other side. It'd be 104.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, yeah. No, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. What about Gemini? That's 2 credits.
That's 2.
That is 2. All right, one more. Then do you just not get the credit if you don't ride both sides? You only have one side.
You have one side. It's like, I mean, again, what do you do? Now, I'll argue this because I said if you knock one lift hill down, the ride will derail eventually. It's obviously 1 credit. So you gotta just ride both sides. Now, the only way you can really do that is just to hop in line twice. If the ride breaks down, I think if a guy rides one side, I think I can let you count just a 1 credit and just say you rode it. I think that's fine.
If you
that's
ride
kind of
one
exception,
side,
whatever.
you rode 1 credit. If you rode 2 sides, you ride 2 credits.
No, that's not what we're saying.
Wait, hold on this. Steeplechase at Blackpool. That has 3 tracks. Does it count as 3 credits? Yes.
Sure.
There you go.
Exactly. Let's get to Q&A. I think people want
All right,
to
let's get to Q&A. I'm done with this conversation. I'm watching a bunch of coaster enthusiasts flip out here. It's 33 minutes in of like a 3-hour live
Now,
stream. I want to get things moving.
for the Q&A session, I'm gonna be looking at my phone at the comments
Yeah,
because my
because
site ain't
again,
updating
StreamYard
fast
likes
enough.
stupid. So we're gonna open up the Q&A. So drop this conversation. We'll argue in a different. We'll argue somewhere else. But if you have any Q&A stuff, if it's for me, if it's for Colton, if it's for the both of us, whatever it is, Q&A is open. Please drop your stuff below. We will be more than happy to listen to your salt.
And I'm gonna be looking at my phone because my comments on my screen isn't updating fast enough.
My phone
So
is updating.
LMA is how you get an active chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, my phone will get it faster than this dump. Favorite
Cedar
fair?
Point,
Ooh,
favorite fair.
I'm going to say the Erie County Fair in Hamburg, New York, because that's the biggest one I've been to. It's the third largest county fair in the country, and they usually bring a couple roller coasters every year. Last year was infamous for them bringing 2 wacky worms, and then me and my buddy Noah flipping out which wacky worm we rode and which one we didn't. But other than that, it's got a great fair lineup. It's the only fair in the country that is delivered by train, James E. Stratz. So very unique. They got some really good rides. They usually bring like a Chance Zipper every year, which is an elite flat ride. I mean, they brought a Kamikaze last year. And they rotate out some rides every few years. So it sucks it's an hour 15 minutes away from my house, but it's a damn good fair.
My favorite fair, I'll answer this pretty quickly. I've not been to too many. I've not been to too many big ones. Um, I went to the Allegheny County Fair in Cumberland, Maryland last year with our friend Drake, and we rode Banshee, of all names, for a coaster, which is the third largest traveling coaster in America. So that's kind of neat. It was a wreath off for shows fair. But um, I'll grab a question here real quick. So Mr. Tad said, Yo, Colton, what's your favorite park after dark? AK, what theme parks you've been to after it closes to the general public? I've never been really in a park after it's been closed, except for Idlewild. But my favorite park I've been to at night is Busch Gardens Williamsburg because Busch Gardens is still really pretty at night, and a Verbolten and Apollo's Chariot night ride is something you don't want to miss out on. Because of course Verbolten has the indoor section, but when it's dark out, the entire ride's the indoor section, so you can't see a dang thing.
Good point. I would say I would hate to say Waldemar because that's bias, and I've been there for enthusiast events. But if I want to go, we'll keep this question up on the screen here. I'm going to go with Cedar Point. I've been there during the Halloween events during Halloween weekend. Like 2024 was peak because the park was open till midnight, and getting marathoning Magnum on a Friday night with no wait was just pure bliss. Like I believe it also almost ran trimless too. I was able to get 20 rides that whole day. I don't know, just something about Cedar Point in the nightlife in the cold weather is really cool. Even Kennywood too. Like I'm not going to say Phantom Fall Fest, but Kennywood during holiday lights is also really cool. When you have like the 2 million or so lights twinkling, it is a feeling unlike any other.
Jay, you got a question,
So,
and I got one from James that he wants to answer from me.
I missed one here. Travis asked this. Any clues on what Waldemar is building for 2027? There are about 7 or 8 markers behind Lakeview Grove. I went to go get my season pass last month to renew it, and there are a few markers outside Lakeview Grove, which kind of goes down into the ravine a little bit. I didn't want to get too close and get in trouble. I didn't want to like trespass, like walk all the way out there, you know. But my gut is telling me something like Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood. If there's a marker right next to that tree that goes down the ravine, it's definitely a terrain coaster. I don't know what you can say. I mean, Waldemar's not your home park, but
That's definitely a you question. I'm not too sure about that so much. I'll be visiting Baltimore for the first time in probably June or July, and you can check on my page for more specifics on when I'm going to do that. So I'll probably make a kind of a deal because anyone who wants to hang out, we can totally do that. But that's a lot of other
well,
point.
I am the guy that doesn't really do meetups anymore because of problems in the past.
Well, if we're hanging out, then we won't. But if I'm there, just do my own thing, then I might have a little
Yeah,
bit of one or
but again,
several
I
ones
operate
too.
differently. This ain't 2022 Jay anymore. My
All
question:
right.
Go Birds.
Yeah, go.
Okay, real question. Favorite park outside the general area? We can both answer this. So me, this would be out of the tri-state area. You would probably be outside West Virginia, DC, Baltimore.
Mhm.
So I'll start
Um,
with you.
my answer to this would probably, for me, be Dollywood. Even though Dollywood's definitely not my favorite park, and I'm not like I love Dollywood, but I also kind of don't for reasons. I think Dollywood's kind of got too much on their hands. If anyone who's been to Dollywood the past couple years can totally see where I'm coming from on that. But for me in my like local region, probably Dollywood, maybe like Maurice Piers. I went there a few years ago, but it's been a while. And I guess Dorney's also outside of my region, so I could say Dorney. Um, say maybe Kings Island. I haven't been to Kings Island in a long time either. But for parks I've been to recently, Dollywood. But I'll probably change after this year
Yeah,
for sure.
because
I'm
I
going
got
to.
two. I got three options myself outside Buffalo, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. I mean, you got Knobles, Kings Island, and Dollywood, in which both of us have been to Dollywood, and I think it's an excellent park. I mean, I know Kennywood's not going to be like true Hershey, but if they at least bring the cinnamon bread, I'll be golden.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'll probably say Kings Island because that's like my number one park, period. Because it's got a well-rounded coaster lineup. I had an excellent
great
day with
answer.
a couple of my friends. It was like the perfect Thursday day, as they say. So like, and the operations are just so much better than Cedar Point. Like I don't know how, but they do. So they're always at least running two trains. Most of the coasters are running three trains. I mean, Cedar Point can't even do that on some days. All right. Here's a Colton question for Colton especially. Which is a great conversation starter? What defunct coasters do you wish you could ride the most? Because again, he doesn't really know you until possibly King's Dominion. What 10 defunct coasters do you wish you could ride the most? Doesn't matter if it closed a century ago or yesterday.
Volcano the Blast Coaster, King the Caw, Crystal Beach Cyclone, uh, Rolling Thunder, the one at Carowinds. Oddly enough, that seemed like a great little ride.
What do you mean
The
Thunder Road? Rolling Thunder was the racing coaster
Great
at Great
Adventure,
Event.
yes, and then Thunder Road at Carowinds. The Woody at Myrtle Beach Pavilion. Oddly enough, that one looks great. Blue Streak, Conneaut Lake Park. I have a lot of Woodies for me on this list of that I wish I could have rode. The King's Dominion original hurler, just because I've only ridden the RMC conversion. Now I'm going to Carowinds probably this year. We'll talk about that later. So I'll get to ride hurler in some degree, but I wish I could have read the one at King's Dominion because King's Island, Son of Beast, and the original Bat both look like rides that would be like, man, you gotta kind of ride that. You know, it looks pretty cool. But
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
I'm like I'm a defunct Woody guy. And also any like Aero Looper, Steel Phantom was a ride. I wish I could have rode Steel Phantom. I really want to know how that was. Like I want to know how intense that had to be. And then a big Aero Looper that I wish I would have. I'm so mad I missed Dragon Mountain. Because that ride ain't coming back. Dragon
Yeah,
Mountain ain't
I
coming
wish I
back, and
got
I
the
wish
chance
I
to
could have
ride
rode that.
Dragon Mountain. I wish I got the chance to visit Marineland when I was in Canada in 2019. That coaster looked really good. I'll add two wooden coasters to this list for me. Both of them are really good. Hercules at Dorney and Son of Beast at Kings Island. I want to especially Son of Beast with the loop.
Yeah, and Hercules is a good one too because any well that any of those other Big Den, Mean Streak, or like Texas Giant, and like also like the original Rattler, like those big Woodies of the '90s. Like some of those are really like it really intrigued me to like, damn how bad were they or how good were they? Sort of put it either
Exactly.
way.
Like the only thing I heard good about Son of Beast of how smooth the loop was.
Oh, Michael, Moonsault Scramble, that's a good one. Moonsault Scramble is a
Hold on, I haven't
fantastic
gotten
one on
that.
that
I
list.
haven't got that far yet. All right, here's what Funtown Splashtown USA is a great small park if you're in Maine. I've heard pretty good parks about Excalibur, which is their CCI.
I also
Maine is
have.
just so out of the way for a trip. I have to be involved in being in the New England area to do it. Because you got Six Flags New England, you have Quasi, Canopy Lake, Lake Compounds, Playland. I'm forgetting a couple. But with Maine being such out of the way, you just need to be already doing a trip of this caliber to get up there and get those credits. But I heard pretty good things about Excalibur. All right, this is a personal one to me, I guess. Time Warp or Mighty Canadian Mindbuster? Which one is worse? It had to be Time Warp. Time Warp was just a Zamperla death machine that should have. They actually have a clone in North Korea, which I don't understand why that didn't even get shipped to North Korea. But that's just me drawing, another line that I don't want to cross. But those are death machines. They feel like you're trapped in a Maytag washing machine from the 1990s. They're terrible. Mighty Canadian Mindbuster is actually been improving itself with the retracking I've been hearing recently. So I would like to give Mindbuster a fair chance because it wasn't bad. It was just boring. And that's how I felt with Hurler at Carowinds. It wasn't bad, but boring. So good one. App. Shut up, Matt. Have you been to the Chautauqua County Fair? Yes, I have. 2024. Me and a couple of coworkers I used to work at Waldemere with, we were coming home from Darien Lake and they had a wacky worm. An ex-friend of mine told me, hey, they have a wacky worm at this park. This fair. So we left Darien Lake and we were like, let's go get this wacky worm. And they actually had like a really good drop tower and a very powerful orbiter. So I've only been once, but I had that wacky worm. Time Warp was way worse. Yeah, Time Warp closed permanently. Ooh, I think this one benefits you a little bit more. What's a good tip for someone going to Kennywood?
Good tip for someone going to Kennywood. Ride Steel Curtain early. Don't worry about Phantom's Revenge early. Because Phantom's Revenge tends to stay pretty dead for the first 45 minutes to an hour, the park opening up for the day. So I totally worry about getting a Steel Curtain first because that one will fill up, especially now that it's more reliable and people haven't rode it yet.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
it's
going to be
still prone to
busier.
faulting pretty frequently. So get
It
it while
also
you
is kind
can.
of prone to faulting. So get the Steel Curtain quick. And you may think to go to the back of the park and come back up. That's not really work at Kennywood because Kennywood's too small for that. So
Yeah, but
honestly,
also
I'd go back and hit Racer too.
With Kennywood, Lost Kennywood opens later. Like those rides,
Yeah, that
Black Widow,
too.
Exterminator.
Sometimes that'll open later. I'd hit Racer early on if you can because you think Racer would have good operations
They
for
don't.
a two. It doesn't. I timed it 7 minute dispatches on
Six,
Racer.
7 minute
That's
dispatches. They're
that's
terrible.
terrible. And by the way, that's not just like one time that someone maybe had a hard time fitting in the season. That's consistent, consistently hitting 7 minute dispatches. That's terrible for a coaster that's running two trains. That's
It's a
terrible.
crime that there's sometimes only just one operator checking restraints for two trains.
Exactly. That's terrible. Like Jackrabbit probably doubles that in an hour just running two trains because they're on it. Jackrabbit still the Skyrocket crew, the 2025 Skyrocket crew was so on it. And if anyone here knows anyone that operated Skyrocket in 2025, please tell them I said thank you because they were killing it last year.
Yeah, like Skyrocket, even though it may be in the front of the park, wait a little bit because
That one will die down later on in the
yeah,
day. Some of the other Woodies won't, but Skyrocket will die down later on in the day because people aren't going to be right there at the very front entrance. So that one's one you can definitely wait. I do Skyrocket kind of last, but if you're trying to get credits quick, I go Steel Curtain, Racer twice, Jackrabbit, and then maybe Phantom if you're just dying to get on Phantom. And at that point, Thunderbolt and Exterminator should be open. And then Kitty Credit you can grab anytime. Little Phantom never gets a line. That one you just kind of walk up and grab that credit anytime you please. And then after that, check out some of the great flats. You got
don't
Kangaroo,
if you're
Aero
riding Black
360.
Widow, if you're riding Black Widow, ride at your own risk. I've counted 13-minute dispatches before. I'm not even joking. Harley Quinn Spansanity, the world's tallest pendulum ride, well, that's a joke, at Six Flags America that used to be there, had way quicker dispatches. So ride Black Widow at your risk. You have to check out the dark rides, though. Dark rides are a must at that park. If you're pressed for time, do Old Mill early because that one has terrible capacity and that line moves slow. The other two move much quicker. Let's see.
I've got some more questions.
Kennywood or Cedar Point?
Kennywood.
Gotta go with Cedar. Gotta go with Cedar. Well, you haven't been to Cedar Point. Well, you have.
It's been a long time, but probably Kennywood as of current for me.
I say Cedar Point with a better lineup.
Any other questions?
Here's a Jay-centric question. Can we agree that Coney Lake Park Blue Streak was almost close to being on the same level as Phoenix? Yes. When it had the fourth car and no seatbelts, yes, that thing, those first three airtime hills rivaled Phoenix. Actually, it almost rivaled Tornado at Stricker's Grove, too. That one ejector death hill. Let's see. Kat has to do college work. Understandable. Godspeed.
She's been gone for about 10 minutes.
Again, yeah, I'm catching up here. Now StreamYard's helping.
Yeah.
Dota, let's see. Back to the defunct thing. James said Dota Dampa and Twist Coaster Robin and the original Bat. I would love to experience Dota Dampa. Maybe a hypersonic.
Yeah, I mean, those would be all right. I mean, you can kind of get a similar thing, hypersonic with Max Force, I think.
Moonsault Scramble and Dota Dampa.
Yeah. So I was reading through these earlier.
No, we're not doing Iron Wolf and Apocalypse. Just because they have different trains doesn't mean it's separate credits. We're not getting back into this discussion. Out.
They're in Vortex of Carowinds. It's essentially the same coaster. Essentially the same ride.
Idora Park's Wildcat.
That one would be cool. That one would have been cool. There's a lot of coasters kind of like that, though. That time. So you really pick. You just kind of take your pick.
Like Idora, Westview,
Rocky
Chippewa
Springs
Lake,
Park
Yaga
in
Lake.
Chester, West Virginia. They had a coaster similar to that as well. So any of those, and I think at some point here you'll get to it. James said the original Ravine Flyer. That would have been nuts as well, I'm sure.
Let's see. If you had to live near an amusement park for the next year, what theme park would it be and why?
The next year?
Let's just say this season.
Huh?
Let's just say this coming season, 2026. If we had to move now, what park would you want to live near?
SeaWorld Orlando. Because you have other options around.
Not a bad choice. I'm going to go a little bit. I'm honestly going to just stay where I'm at. Why? Because you're in reasonable driving distance to about a good chunk of the Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York parks within a day's drive.
Fair point. Absolutely.
So I am not going to change my answer. Plus, I have Waldemar across town.
If we're talking international, I'd say Thorpe Park. We're talking international.
Oh, I see this question. Biggest international bucket list park. So you say
Parker
Thorpe.
Streaks. Parker Streaks actually would be my biggest bucket list international. And I say that because Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg is my current number one. So I'm really curious to see how Toutalis is. That's why I say Parker Streaks mainly for international, but also Thorpe Park in England and Blackpool Pleasure Beach would be the other two international bucket list parks for sure.
Well, I'm going to say, let's see, Energylandia, because the diverse coaster lineup, especially Zadra and Abyssus.
Hyperion.
And Hyperion. I forgot about Hyperion. How could I forget about that?
Well, Hyperion.
Hyperion. You know what I mean.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I said Hyperion first.
But I want to see how Zadra is compared to Iron Gwazi, because Iron Gwazi is a speed demon. And they share similar stats. They're about the same height, 206 feet. They're about the same speed. Fuji-Q Highland.
It's a good idea. That's a good one, too.
Fuji-Q. Despite the horror stories I've heard about the dispatches at that park, I want to see how insane Asia Nika is.
Just write X2. Just write.
I will be back this summer only Waldemar. All right. If you count credits based on individual rides, why? Then we would be like, I would be over 3,000 credits because over
That'd be
2,200
insane.
of them would be RF2 based.
That'd be nuts, though, if you count it like that. I'd be close to 1,000.
England parks. Up, hold on. Whoops. Change. Blackpool is one of my biggest bucket list. Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's right. It was a scenario.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
James said he would have 1,091 credits if he had counted at each individual ride.
Nuts.
X2 is fire. Possibly
Good check.
2027, and Mr. Tad. Possibly 2027. Working at a fair last year makes me realize how clean normal amusement parks are. You and me both. As an ex-ride operator myself, like I go to a different, like of course I travel to a bunch of different amusement parks, but like when I see something that Waldemar doesn't have, it's like, why? Um, and sometimes like operational policies, I'm like, Waldemar would never like we do something at Waldemar, and it would never fly at a corporate park. I'm like, would never fly at Waldemar. Hell, if I went to Camden Park, I'll be like, this is Coney Island Park.
Can't wait till you get there. I want to be there with you when you do that park. When you do Camden, I
But
want to be there.
what do you feel like when you go to when you travel to different parks? Do you see like different things that go, oh, it wouldn't fly at my park?
No, not so much. I mean, like I tend to compare parks to Kennywood and King's Dominion. It's like I'll go to like Dorney Park, and I'll kind of be like, this is giving off like a little bit of King's Dominion here and there. Like, Talon kind of gives off like Dominator vibes in a sense, like that area of the park. And then there's like, oh, we're, like down by like Thunderhawk. That's kind of pretty area. Like, oh, that's like Kennywood vibes. And I kind of do that, but I don't do so much like, oh, this park's cleaner than this park or anything because like I just I don't have the work experience. I don't have the like true home park to think about.
Well, this fucker will roast me about comparing anything to Waldemar.
I do, and I did. That video's on my channels.
Yes, like there will be numerous things I will compare to Waldemar, and not because I'm glazing it for views. It's like, oh, Waldemar could either benefit or not benefit from this. It's just the problems when if you work at a theme park like I did. It's like it just never goes away. Now, speaking on that question, is Ravine Flyer 2 still in your top 10? Travis, let me look. It's at my number 10 spot.
It'll
All right,
change
moving
after
on.
this year for you, I believe.
Did any of you get to ride Superman Escape from Krypton before it closed? No.
Dude, you're the only. He's my friend. You're the only person here from California, so I think
I
you're
have
the one
never
that's
been to
gonna have to ride that.
California. I've never been to California.
Well, he's about to, possibly,
Shut up, shut
possibly, possibly. We might be
up.
going to California soon.
Do you ever plan on going to a Disney park? No. Expensive. I am not putting my money to the mouse.
Yeah, that's so true.
All right,
Is that all the
speaking of,
questions?
I think that's all of them. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
think that's
so.
all of them. All right, so it's about an hour in. So we're gonna get into the punishment. Super Bowl 50, Super Bowl 60, the punishment. Everyone's been waiting for this. Now we gotta talk about how we got to this place.
Want me to tell the story?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So me and Jay talk every day on text, and we call every on a certain day of the week. And one of these days, I think he was kind of talking about Super Bowl coming up, and I knew he kind of did these bets every year. And at that point, I don't think he really talks to anyone about a bet. So I'm like, all right, let's make the bet. The original bet, I said that he said that he was going to go. This was the original bet. This isn't the actual punishment now. Jay was going to go ride Mindy Racer during Lake blindfolded, and I would ride X Scream at Waldemere blindfolded out like drop towers. But then someone upped the ante and said, I think either I mentioned it or he mentioned it. Someone mentioned going to Wild Waves as the punishment, which we did not do. And then at that point, we laid the ground for the punishment. If the Seahawks lost the Super Bowl, I would
And
have
I
to
won.
fly to Hartford, Connecticut. If I lost, I would have to fly to Hartford, Connecticut, and go to Six Flags New England, which doesn't seem like as much of a punishment, but that's a lot of money and a lot of time that I didn't want to have to do. Jay Zemanek lost Super Bowl 60. So Jay Zemanek is flying to San Jose, California, and spending one singular day at California's Great America, right in the same parking lot as Levi's Stadium where the Super Bowl was hosted. He has to fly there that morning and
Hold
fly
on.
back
I will share it. I will share screens. I am sharing
the
screens right
same
now.
day.
So let's put this into the stakes here, right? Is it even showing?
It's not showing as of current now.
Ah, shoot. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I don't think I figured this out yet. All right. We're going to do share screen, tab. How about this?
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. So let's go to California's Great America.
The punishment is going to an amusement park, which some may say is not much of a punishment, but the thing is, again, a lot of time, a lot
The
of money.
way I'm doing it is the bullshit part. So here's
Exactly. The
California's
way I'm
Great
making you do
America,
this.
a small legacy Cedar Fair park that's closing in a few years. And as you can see across the street, that's where the Super Bowl was last night. So you may think, oh, Jay, this ain't a problem to you. You travel all the time. Well, here's the airport, San Jose, SJC. And it's like, Jay, this is a no-brainer for you. 5 minutes away from the airport, easy connection. What's the problem? Let's go to our old friend Google Flights.
It
Oh,
gets
boy.
worse.
So some people may know from my Instagram, and for those who follow my Instagram, I did a day trip to Atlanta in October with Luke Geiger. How was I awake for 41 hours straight? I don't know, but I managed to do Six Flags Over Georgia and Fun Spot Atlanta in the same day. On this leg, we'd fly from Cleveland to San Jose, California. And I'm probably aiming this around July. Let's use the 14th of July as an example. And take the search button. The best way to do it is a 35 a.m. flight. If this fucker will load. So yeah. All right. Here's how it goes. You take a 5:35 a.m. flight from Cleveland Hopkins, land 3 hours later at 6:45 a.m. at Denver. You have a layover in Denver, which is about 75 minutes. And then at 8 a.m., take a 2.5 hour flight from Denver to San Jose. By the time I land in San Jose, it is 9:40 a.m. Pacific time. Now, let's go to California's Great America's website. Say we want to go on that day, right? They are open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Well, it's not showing on the screen, but you know what I mean. They are open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I would have basically virtually the entire day to myself at the park, right? Then I would get back to the airport, and at 10:55 p.m., I would take a red-eye flight from San Jose to Chicago Midway and land at approximately 5 a.m. Have a near 3 hour layover in Chicago Then at 7:50 a.m., you would go from Chicago Midway to Cleveland and land at 10:05 a.m. Wednesday morning, and then go to work right from there on Wednesday. This is the ultimate suicide trip I have ever planned in the history of this coaster enthusiast hobby. It is absolute the dumbest thing ever, but thankfully I am not alone on this trip because an old friend of mine, Luke Geiger, wants to join. Yes, Colton, I am not doing this alone.
Should have made that a rule. But okay, I'll allow it.
Well, he wanted to go anyway because he kept asking me, "Oh, what's the punishment? What's the punishment?" And I wouldn't say anything, so I kind of had to come clean. So now he wants to come with. Now, it would have been funnier if it was just me and me trying to figure out, San Jose on my own. But I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I don't know how you feel, but I'm not going to say no to Geiger.
No, that's fine. That's cool. Good for y'all.
So, what I'm trying to tell you is this guy is doing a day trip to California's Great America. That's the punishment.
Not as far as you think.
Well, before we do the Kahoot, I want you guys to put your thoughts in the comments below what you think of this punishment. Did I go a little too far? Do you think this is reasonable? I want your thoughts of this punishment.
I'm going too easy on him. Should I make him fly to Barbados for nothing and fly back in the same day?
Do you think he should have been more harsh on me? Do you think this is justified? I want to hear it all.
I think it's fun and doable. It's totally doable. We should prove that it is.
By me doing it, because again, who's the one that did a day trip to Atlanta? Me. A communist state.
Send him to Europe. That's too much fun. Europe's too much fun. That's too interesting. Riley?
I'm having passport issues, so no at this time. No international trips. Soon. Maybe a couple years from now. But no, we are not going to Europe. But again, was Colton good about this punishment idea? Am I stupid for this? How do you guys feel? Because some of my close friends say this is peak stupidity. Send him to Yellowstone.
Yeah. Make him fly to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Beat Montana. That's what I should have. Beat Montana.
Oh, no.
Nah, jeez. I wish. If that was possible, I would make him do it. I would have done that if that was possible.
Tourism is extremely restricted in North Korea. I ain't doing that. Not stupid, but expensive. But here's the trick. Savings account. If you save money per paycheck, it will pay itself out by June.
That was half the battle. That was half. If I was losing right now, I'd be going 6 Flags New England. That would be a lot for me because I work part-time.
And I work part-time.
Part-time. So he works full-time. Well, pretty much full-time, at least.
But saving money is essential. So if I plan on sliding money every paycheck, some money, not a lot, but enough. So by summer, I'll have enough money for this. Oh, man. The comment here, it's not loading yet. It's insane that quote-unquote punishment in amusement park have been put in the same sentence. Not the most practical trip, but it sounds way too much fun to be considered punishment. But here's the thing. I didn't want to go to California this year. I was waiting until 2027 when the Thrill Glider opens at Magic Mountain so I can do that at Knott's Berry Farm. But now I am forced to go to California.
Making me go to California's Great America.
All right. Hour 8 in, we need to get this Kahoot moving. So everyone
Do
grab
it.
your electronic devices, and we are going to be doing the Super Bowl Kahoot. We're not doing giveaways anymore because I've been lying. I've been unable to keep my word up. So
Also, I will not be participating, so you don't have to worry about me this time. I will not be participating in this
you
Kahoot
haven't seen the
contest.
questions yet.
I have not.
All right, 260-7938. All right. Then I am going to. Where'd you go?
Hello.
There you are. All right. I am going to share screen again so you can see too. Share screen. Kahoot.
I'll try to I'm getting cookies.
All right. Share.
Excuse me.
Can you see the Kahoot?
I can.
All
Yes.
right. Now, don't, Colton. You haven't seen the questions.
I have not. But
All
I'm not
right.
playing. That's the
James, we
thing.
will wait for you. You need cookies.
I'm
Riley, you need to
spectating.
join the Kahoot.
Commentating. I'm commentating. I'll commentate this. What about that?
I said join or die.
Jay, who do you think is going to be a front runner in today's Kahoot contest? What are we thinking? I'm thinking Michael has a good shot at this. I don't know.
Michael's been
Michael, I
very
have some
good with
confidence
the Kahoot.
in you.
If
Huh?
it's not you winning, Michael has been pretty damn good at these Kahoots.
I said, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm spectating.
I know, but I'm saying Michael has been pretty damn good if you're not leading a
Michael has
dynasty.
been good. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking Michael's gonna have a good shot at this.
It's gonna be between Michael, Zoe, and James. Zoe's usually you gotta watch out for Zoe. She's pretty good.
And we got some other people. We got Cat in this. I mean, we can have
No, it's a different
a
cat.
lower seed coming up.
Not the cat, aka Purple Shadow. She's doing homework. The other cat that's in this live stream.
My friend, I believe is
Oh,
my other friend, and
okay.
that's what I'm guessing. And I mean
All
that
right.
could be the rookie
I
coming up.
guess
Cinderella story.
I guess we're just gonna roll with this 5-person Kahoot. I guess. All right, here we go.
The link will stay up. Anyone can join at any time. Remember that.
I have the
Anyone can
code.
join at any time.
Super Bowl 60. Here we go.
Let's run this, guys. Which quarterback for the 2018 class thought to make the Super Bowl first?
Besides Sam McDonald's,
Besides old Sam McDonald.
Josh
Very quick
Allen.
egg. Josh Allen. Absolutely. Josh Allen is a great quarterback. Baker Mayfield's better ish.
Shut up. But no,
Love
Josh
is a Baker
Allen
Mayfield.
had no. You know how many AFC title games Josh Allen has got to and then just got curb stomped by the Chiefs? Okay, I have to clear Travis's comment. I had that's
I'm
annoying.
about to say pull the comment.
All right, we're good. But yeah, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, you can make an argument for both.
Oh yeah.
Nobody expected Sam Darnold of all quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. Let's be real.
Joey coming up on
All right,
first.
question 2. What was my favorite slide at Kalahari Sandusky? Yes, I went to
Joey, pay
Kalahari
attention to the
last week.
Instagram. Pay attention to the Instagram for this one, guys. No one got it. No one's been paying attention to you. Dawn Breaker. Even I knew that. We got Dawn Breaker, a great slide at Kalahari. I've never been there. I'm sure it's a
Okay.
fantastic slide. But you know what that means? That means everyone's staying put. Everyone on their scores staying put. We ain't got no new leader. This race is still
Okay,
anyone's
all right.
game.
Let me elaborate. So Swahili Swirl was the raft bowl slide. I did not ride any raft slides at the park. They had 3. I didn't ride any of them because I was a single rider and I couldn't ride. So that one's out of the question. Storm Chaser, specifically the blue side, was a very damn good tube slide, but not enough. Tanzanian Twister, body bowl slide, very fun, but I have to give it the Dawnbreaker, which is the Whitewater West boomerang slide. You curve around and you have a very good steep drop up into a wall. Super fun slide. It's Wahoo Wave, but discounted. Or what Prescott Plunge at Waldemere is going to be. I am surprised nobody got it right, considering how many people follow me on Instagram.
We got a single person on here. How about that?
Damn.
Next one.
What was the average cost of a Super Bowl ticket for this year's game?
It's high. It's a high number. Super Bowl's a big game. Big game, Jay. You know that.
You don't get the joke. You don't get the joke.
Absolutely. Big game.
No. Look at what one of the options are.
I know. Thanks, Evan. All right. Let's lock in here. 5,000, 6,767, 250, or the correct answer, $9,000.
It's $9,100. Yeah, that's what the statistics were telling me. The average Super Bowl ticket was $9,100.
That's nuts. That's honestly crazy for a game. That is a football game we're talking about. And by the way, it wasn't a good football game either. So they got ripped off. That was not a good football game. Zoe stayed on top early on.
At Coaster Bash 36, Jacob Keurig won the grand prize that ended up costing $460. What was it?
What was that prize? We got a lot of great stuff. We got a lot of great stuff on here. We got an RF2 wood stack, an RF2 control panel, Blue Streak lift gear, and our Ruth Express guide wheel. All really interesting prizes. The control panel, some one person got.
Yes, the original Ravine Flyer 2 control panel was sold off last year, and lucky old Jacob Keurig was the winner. Believe me,
that's awesome.
Transporting that back in my car last year was hell on earth. That thing weighed a ton. Not a literal ton, but that thing weighed at least 50 pounds. Now, the wood stack has a funny story. I was going for that. I didn't tell you this, Colton. I was trying to go for that. But I tapped out under $300. Because some asshole from West Virginia was trying to one-up me.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
And I went, fuck it, you win. That's what I literally said. Not directly to him, but I'm just in my mind. I'm like, fuck it, you win.
Let's see who the one person who got this answer correct was.
James.
It
is
How about that? Creeping in.
It's an 8-point game.
Come down.
Favorite urinating tree moment. Let's see if anybody knows sports YouTubers.
I don't know the answer to this question. I'm not exactly sure what we're talking about here in terms of this question.
Urinating Tree is my favorite sports YouTuber. He has been the inspiration for a lot of my memes on this channel. Post-COVID.
To those who also do not know Urinating Tree, or just anyone who's not really to our sports, my best guess is, take a good guess. How about 3 people got Browns versus Steelers wild card round?
Beat the Steelers January 10th, 2021.
One of the greatest football games ever played.
The greatest Browns game in history, at least in my lifetime. 28-0 in the first quarter.
One of the greatest football games ever played.
And the Browns ended up comfortably winning 48-37 that night. First game won at Heinz Field since 2003. Good choice. Michael got that.
Michael and Cat.
It is still anyone's games True or
True or false?
false? Waller's 2027 project will be a coaster.
Will it be? It's a good question, Jay. Will it be a roller coaster? That is absolutely the question of the
All
hour.
right, everybody said true.
Everyone
Moving on.
got it true.
All right. True or false? My last coaster
His
of the
last
year was
coaster was
Jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit. How about that? Of course, Kennywood is open towards the
Till
end of
for
the
holiday
of
lights.
the year for holiday lights, and the ride does typically operate as long as the weather is above. Is it 32 degrees?
40.
40 degrees. 40
Spin
degrees in
Vision
Jackrabbit will operate.
45.
Now, of course, this is not a new credit for him. Everyone but one said false and got it correct here.
All right.
How
So
about that?
this comes with a backstory from the last live stream I did in November. So I went to Kennywood Holiday Lights at the end of December. However, it was 20 degrees outside. Nothing was, not even Little Phantom was open. So my last coaster of 2025 ended up going back to my Cedar Point visit on November 2nd. And that coaster was Gatekeeper. So yes, Gatekeeper was my last coaster of 2025. Michael in
moving
second.
up. And Mason's on the board now. How about that?
All right. This is just a personal opinion. Don't attack me for this.
Super halftime shows. Jay, what do you think about the Bad Bunny Super halftime show? What do you think about it?
I'm not going to get political because that is not me.
No need to. No need to.
Because halftime shows should not be political. They shouldn't. But people like to blow things out of context. However, I may or may, all right. So I do have a reason why I say this respectfully. Most of the time when a halftime show is announced and the artist is revealed, I'm not a fan of their music. You're looking at a guy, if you know me personally on a deeper level, I am into rock and heavy metal. I'm not really into like pop or rap or country. I have my favorite. I will commend Bad Bunny for this. It sent a very heartfelt personal message, and I think it's a strong one. However, if you're looking at from a musical standpoint only, just the music, no. So, in my opinion, I think they should get this is just me being picky. They should get, a rock artist. I was happy when I saw Green Day perform the pregame. That made me giddy. I want to see more of that. But again, you're looking at somebody who loves rock and metal, and the likelihood of one of those bands headlining a halftime show is almost zero. I've been saying about Metallica for the past decade, and nothing has happened.
Currently, Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's record kind of label, is the current people over that. So I would not expect a rock band to perform that in the near future. But who I would love to see perform it, though, Pitbull. I think Pitbull would rock that stage so well.
I saw some predictions for who could perform next year. I wouldn't be mad if I saw Post Malone or Morgan Wallen.
Or Pitbull. If you go kind of the rap route. Let's move on. Let's get to the next question. How about
all right,
that?
but yeah, just from a musical perspective, I wasn't the biggest fan because again, I don't understand Spanish.
Michael and Kat move up on the board.
Riley's gonna get mad. Nick Sirianni's a fucking hack. True or false?
Nick Sirianni is a hack. How about that?
Is he a hack? We have to look at his perspective, not my perspective or your perspective. His perspective.
We're looking at the Dry's perspective on is Nick Sirianni a hack? Dry is being very vocal in the comments. This is
the forced Riley needs an Eagles question in the Kahoot question.
He did run Scotland out of town. Not wrong. The Eagles, they got their Super Bowl. They got their second Super Bowl there. And that's very great for the Philadelphia Eagles last year. But, The birds on the other side of the place, the other side of the country, got it this year. Only one person got it
I
right.
think I have a feeling who it is. It's Zoe because she's an Eagles fan. So, congrats. Watch me be correct. Yep, it was Zoe.
There
I
it
knew it.
goes. There it goes, Zoe. Right back up to the top. Still
All right,
anyone's game.
that's your false question. Big Water Bend will be a spiritual successor to Raging River, the new family raft slide. This is a forced Waldemar question.
New family raft slide at Waldemere Park. Big Water Bend, the spiritual successor
As,
to Raging River.
as you can tell, Colton, I love to force my Waldemar questions.
I
But I
love
apologize.
commentating your Kahoot.
All right. Everyone got it
Everyone
correct.
said true.
And here's my proof. Big Kahuna at Darien Lake. That water slide came from Astroworld. And that thing is Raging River on crack. It had very good pacing, some good drops, high up on the walls. And if those who've ridden Raging River know, if you're in the double tube and you have the right amount of weight, you flew up those walls. And if you have the right weight on Big Water Bend with 5 people in a raft, oh my God, the speed you could get on that thing. So Big Water Bend, despite the terrible name, has potential. All right, we are halfway through. All right, that's supposed to be 2000, not 200. The Browns did not exist in 200 AD. But
Another
what
very
was the worst
football-esque
Browns
question.
moment before I was born?
The drive, fumble, red right 88.
You
Browns moving
almost
the Baltimore
said Red
Pain Ravens in the
67.
process.
You almost said Red Ride 67. I was gonna laugh in your face.
The Browns moving to Baltimore. Yes, for those who don't know, the Baltimore Ravens came out of the previous Cleveland Browns organization, and after much fight, the Browns got a new
Got an
team
expansion
in
team in
Cleveland.
1999. But expansion team rules were very restricted back then. I mean, we don't need to talk about the first two, like the first year going 2-14 with Chris Palmer. But yeah, nothing stings more than Art Modell holding up the Lombardi with his new team. That is something I can never forgive.
That should have been mine, what he said.
All right, question 12. It's my spread prediction for Ravine Flyer 2.
What is the spread? We got 67 rides, 200 rides, 300 rides, or 100 rides. On Ravine Flyer 2 for the 2026 season, 2 people
All
said
right, 200.
200 rides.
Everyone's avoiding my 467 joke. I think it's going to be at least 200. I'm not sure about 300, but I'm saying the spread's going to be, over under 200.
Hey, but you got 3 people confident in you hitting 300 this year, though. You got 3 people
I know some
confident.
people are, but I'm going to go with the 200 as a bare minimum.
It's a good place to be. Michael
And Michael,
taking up the
shut up
lead on
your
that
brain.
one.
All right. What will be my first amusement park? Now, note that I went to Kalahari. That is not an amusement park. That's a water park.
We got one of the big 4 of Jay's
Well,
local region. We got Cedar Point, Darien Lake, Kennywood, Baltimore.
well, no shit. It's going to be one of the local parks. I ain't flying to Florida.
So we got to think about a couple things here, for the people who haven't answered yet.
Opening
Think about
day.
opening dates. Kennywood Park opens
Yep.
before all 4 of these,
They are
actually.
the earliest of the 4. Kennywood is April 18th. And I use Waldemar Season Pass Photo Day as the start of the season for Waldemar stuff. So that's the week after on April 25th. Opening day is at May 2nd, which I plan on going to. Cedar Point opens the week after on May 9th, and Darien Lake opens the following week on May 15th.
Kennywood Park.
But I do want to get to Kennywood's opening day. I've been on a streak I started a streak last year. I want to continue. I always love April visits to Kennywood.
Great time to go. Zoe bumps herself right back up.
Since day trip in Atlanta in October 2025, what parks are possible?
Well, as you can tell, a choice was added to this list thanks to that, and thanks to something we do know of. One trip that Jay will be day tripping this uh, upcoming season. We also got a couple other parks here. We got Six Flags Great America, which for him, it's a very easy flight to Chicago O'Hare Airport. And they also have Luna Park and Dina's Wonder Wheel, which is New York City
Another easy flight
area,
from Pittsburgh to
Brooklyn,
the JFK.
Pittsburgh JFK, pretty cheap flight. And you also have You Are Fucking Stupid, which means that Jay would be dumb to do any of these ideas in a day trip because, why would a guy do that? And we have three
All right, the most
possible
votes
correct
is
answers
Six
here.
Flags Great America.
California's and Six Flags Great America. And Lena's Park Dina Wonder Wheel is also a very great option for a day trip.
Now, 2 of the 3 of those parks may happen this year. Luna Park, Dino's Wonder Wheel, I'm thinking about 2027. Stay tuned. That was an all people question. That was more of like votes. What is the least watched Super Bowl in history? We have 55, 53, 41, and 40.
Oh,
These are all in
very
the top
interesting
4.
symbols.
These are all in the top 4. But which one is the least? Believe it or not, it is Super Bowl 55 because of the COVID restrictions. Because of the COVID restrictions, there was limited capacity at Raymond James Stadium.
This was also one of my favorite Super Bowls of all time because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9 in this Super Bowl. And I have always been a big Tom Brady fan. And Tom Brady went to a new team in his first year, kicked Kansas City's ass at home major in a Super Bowl. Not a great circumstance for the Super Bowl, but still a fantastic game. Weekend had a fantastic halftime show performance for being a non-rock artist, as I'm also a rock fan. Weekend had a fantastic halftime show performance. So one that has been memed ever since. And a great game, but sadly the least watched.
And due to the COVID restrictions, there were only 24,835 people in attendance at the stadium. And about 96 million viewers total. It'll be very interesting to see the metrics for this Super Bowl. I have a feeling it's going to be a very highly watched Super Bowl. Just like last year.
We are 3/4 of the way through this Kahoot. Who is in the lead? 3/4 in.
Zoe is still leading. James is trying to creep up. What was my favorite new coaster I rode in 2025? Out of the 120 new coasters, which one is the highest ranking on my list?
New for 2025 for him. Now, I do know of one person who's going to vote for one specific coaster. On here, we have a very big El Toro fan in the house. He will probably put her cast in, and she did. She did. Rightfully so. I called that one, and she was correct, actually. With
everyone else said Stardust Racers. However, we got to look at the metrics. Stardust Orion. All right, so Fire Runner was ranked all the way at 19th. Orion was number 9. 8 is Stardust Racers, and El Toro is 7. So the best coaster I rode in 2025, at least out of the new ones I rode, was El Toro.
Fantastic roller coaster. And a fantastic pick for this one. And a fantastic guess from my friend Kat, who creeps a little bit higher towards Michael. Grabbing a little bit more.
All right, first round pick decides to be a fucking idiot. This player is a fucking idiot, which is an insult for fucking idiot. It's a urinating tree reference. But it's a Browns reference.
All of these have played for the Cleveland Browns at one point or another.
All of these players are terrible. But the obvious answer is Deshaun Diddy Watson.
Which football player that I'm not too proud of to have said good things about in the past.
The quarterback we decided to ship out, Baker Mayfield, to get an adult at QB, a fully guaranteed $230 million contract, and has only played 19 games. 19 games with a fully guaranteed contract and 2 season-ending injuries and an 11-game suspension and multiple sexual assault allegations. Need I say more?
No need. Sad stuff. Absolutely awful.
Sad stuff from the Browns. All right. I should be hitting my 300th coaster at Great America. This was a tough one.
Because this could be either of the Great Americas, and we have two of the best coasters from each. So, what are we thinking, guys? What are we
Two of them
thinking
are
out of
RMCs. One's a Hyper and one's a GCI.
a great GCI at that? We got Railblazer and Raging Bull as the two winners.
These go either way based on how the credit pathing, because the first big trip of the year I'm taking with James. If things don't work out in my favor, if things do work out in my favor, it'll probably be Railblazer. If things don't work out in my favor, then it'll be Raging Bull. So it is a 50-50 chance that it could be at one Great America or the other. Next question. Name a better head coach the Cleveland Browns should have gotten of instead of Todd Monken because cleaners. Who should have they hired instead?
Second to last question. We have Cleveland Browns potential head coaches here. Mike McDaniel, John Harbaugh, Jesse Minter, and Grant Udinski. All would have been probably fantastic choices besides. And
no,
Grant Udinski.
I gotta walk away again.
And no one voted for Grant Udinski. No one voted for him.
And the second to last question, everyone got wrong.
Everyone got wrong, which means, what does that mean? Let's get to let's look at our final.
Now,
our second final.
Here's the thing: John Harbaugh was not playing for Cleveland. Was not going to be for Cleveland. Jesse Minter was a good pick. The actual favorite was Mike McDaniel for a long time. Now, Jim Schwartz should have been on this list, but I'm talking about outside coaches. I'm not putting Jim Schwartz on here. The answer they should have gotten was Grant Udinski, the OC from Jacksonville. And he had 2 interviews, and then he walked out.
Let's take a peek here. So we got you kept right.
All right, shit. Colton, you don't know about this. Choose my punishment.
What should be the punishment for Super Bowl 61? We have X2 blindfolded, bungee jumping, no ravine fly 2 for a week, or sky diving. Any of them. And everyone is currently saying this man, with great honor, should ride X² at Six Flags Magic Mountain. First ride ever with a blindfold on. No visible sight while being flipped in any direction. Jay, I think this should be a punishment for next year if you lose the Super Bowl bet.
Hope Palo is going to be so pissed because that is her top bucket list coaster. Hope is going to kill me.
Well, yeah.
Hope,
that was the final question.
Hope, if you're watching this live stream later on, I will be expecting a very angry text from you saying, "Oh my God, I am jealous." Riley, do not send anything to her. She needs to find out the hard way.
Podium. In third place, Michael. I said it was the front runner, fell a little bit shy. Second place, James. And a very good run.
Zoe.
And the best run of the day was Zoe. Fantastic.
Of course she won the Kahoot.
Fantastic.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Everybody deserves a chance. Take a fucking chance. We got
Kat coming in fourth. Great rookie run from Kat.
Great guy. All right, let's look at the summary. Let's look at the full report. I'm going to look at my full report here. Participants. All right, so Zoe had 65 of the questions correct. James and Michael shared second place with 60% of the questions correct, but it ended up with the final score. The final score said it all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great game. Great game
All right,
from
great
everybody.
game, everybody. You guys did absolutely fantastic. So
Great game.
we are going to take a quick, short intermission break from everything. We're going to play some Mark of Fatality because I just heard the other day from my good friend Anthony, lead guitarist, that the band will be disbanding at the end of this month. Their last show will be February 28th at what used to be Basement Transmissions, now Centennial Hall. So I am going to do a dedication to them for this. When we come back, it is time for memes. Memes. Motherfucking memes.
Heavy on the memes.
We are going to go insane on the memes. So we're going to play a little bit of Knife in a Gunfight, and we will be back in 3 minutes.
Sounds great. See you guys then.
Alrighty, we are back from the intermission. I forgot to play the music, so my apologies for that. I am sorry. I forgot the music. That is -1 point. Again, we are still learning this new platform. So I know, Colton, sorry, I forgot to play the music. So
I noticed. I was gonna come back and
whoops.
talk to the people while you was gone, but you came back before me, so we're all good.
All right. So let me look at the itinerary again to make sure I'm following correctly. We'll open up a second round of Q&A. We'll make this go quicker. we'll do another round of Q&A and discussion. We'll do one at the end of the stream too, but we'll just do a second half, we'll say, because this is now the second half of the
Halftime Q&A discussion. How about that?
Yeah, so we'll go for a few minutes here, just get you back in a little bit of interest. So James starts it off. Should I do everything wrong with this live stream video? Jay promises music and then no music. Ding.
Yes. Please. That'd be great.
I forgot to play the music I was supposed to promote. Terrible stuff, man. But yeah, just on a personal note, dude, it just sucks that band's dismembering. But they are promising something new in the works. They're like local metalcore, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
Like, their music's like, the best way I could describe it is like my friend Bailey, he was the lead vocalist before he disbanded last year. He said it was like Kill Switch Engage type. Like Kill Switch, I Prevail type thing.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
So that's James. Yeah, James, you never heard of Market Fatality because they are Erie based. Now, if you remember, I played Half Pace. That was the sister band before Market Fatality came in. So this is kind of another. Market Fatality was another side project to Half Pace. Which, all right. Riley says, if you had to root for any other team, I'd say the Bills. If I was not a Browns fan and part of this dysfunctional youth, I'd be a Bills fan automatically. You?
I'll make you mad. Pittsburgh. Only because my dad's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So I kind of like semi-root for them when they're on because my dad likes them.
Well,
so we'll get
I won't get personal here, but yeah, my dad's a Bills fan. So, parental figures. I mean, I had three options to be raised: a Browns fan, a Steelers fan, or a Bills fan. I went for the Browns. Oreos.
Oreo.
Dude, I left mine in my car.
Oh,
oops.
Shit.
Damn me. Oh, yeah, good question, Riley. We'll go to until 9:45 for questions, and then we'll start meme hour. Midwest emo. Holy shit, Zoe. My coworker Matt just got me into a Midwest emo at work because I like him and I like to listen to liminal space music while doing our newscasts. Oh my God, I love Midwest emo. It is so cool. It's like a weird type of music that I wish I got to see before. I don't know if you ever heard of Midwest emo.
I have not listened to it much, no.
I don't know. It's hard to describe what it feels like. One of my favorites, Zoe, is... Where is it? Son of a bitch. Did I lose it? Give me a sec. Should be in my repeat rewind playlist. Yeah, it is. Here it is. I can't remember now. I am drawing a blank what the song was. I am blanking. I am blanking on stream, guys. Resonance by Jakul. And then he also got me into the band Youth Fountain, which is a really cool Midwest emo band. So, not the Matt that's in this live stream, but a different Matt. But so, Matt Kowalski, thank you for getting me into Midwest emo at work. Is it considered child abuse that you were raised as a brat?
Yes.
Yes. Next question.
Gladly.
I was born with one option, the Commanders. Actually, we're not going to call it the Commanders. You were born as a Redskins fan and only a Redskins fan.
Became the Commanders later on.
Which the W in Washington stands for waste bin. All right. Favorite old video I've released. re-released. I don't know, because like there's some ideas I have in the pipeline in my free time. I would like to like remake some videos. I've been thinking about like a Last Red 3 remake for a while. So I've been trying to think about that for a while, but I'm not sure if I have a favorite. I just like going to park. Like now that ICJ's behind me and I'm kind of just doing things for fun. I just more focus on having fun with my friends and just going to parks. I'm not necessarily worried. If I go into a new park, cool, I'll film it. But I'm not saying, oh, this is my favorite video I've ever produced, because if that was the case, well, I asked for clarification at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I have no answer to your question because I just love the thrill. And Colton, you could probably comment on this. I just love the thrill of traveling.
That's so real. Honestly, I think traveling, just going out and traveling, makes it all the worth it to me. And I think doing the whole ThrillStop thing just adds something else to express that with. That's kind of where that comes from for me.
Yeah, so I just love the thrill of traveling. So I'm going to have to politely decline your question because I don't really know. But there's just a huge back catalog you can look at. That's in accordion playlist. So whatever you grew up watching, it's still there. But sometimes, if I have a spark like that, everything wrong with parody I did with James's video. Never did a CinemaSins style parody before, but shit, here we are. Okay, it looks like we don't have many questions left. There are James and Zoe arguing about the Redskins. Colton, you're taking center stage. You have a meme comp. Yes.
Having
Colton,
short meme comp that I made kind of last minute.
That all doesn't exist.
Say what?
I never thought, because usually Riley is the one with the meme comp. We'll get to his. But you, out of the 11th hour, made a meme comp.
I did make one real quick. I had a few ideas.
So tell me what's in this video.
Me making fun of you for random shit.
Jesus Christ, we already have one. Not betting on the Super Bowl, making his dumbest bet ever. So, you owe me an explanation. What do I expect? How did you make that? Like, what inspired you to make it the whole 9 yards?
What to expect is just me giving you hell for a lot of things. And Riley, if I accidentally stole anything that you have put in yours, I apologize. I did not look at yours before or anything. This is purely things that I came up with within about a span of an hour after I got home from school today. So, random memes. Yeah, there we go. So we already have one. Random memes and things of that nature. Just things I'm just shooting fun at you for. So, Riley, we might have some of the similar things, but again, apologies. It's just things that I make fun of Jay for on the daily at this point.
Well, I see Riley more than you, but let's see what an online friend does.
Yeah.
All right. Diving in. Oh, no. Don't remind me I had that opportunity.
Right there.
No. 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 This is a bad.
James, you'll like this one.
Dude, but here's the thing. Had I not do Michigan's Avenger, I would have driven the Great America.
Facts. There's James.
Fuck Whirlwind. Fuck it with a 9-foot pole. Jay overhypes Air Force One. Oh, God. AKA the best coaster on the planet.
I meant that's the wrong thumbnail. It's supposed to be the insane other one. This is a more personal jab.
Oh, this is the dick one. This is the dick move one. Oh, actually editing and uploading TennyCon 2024.
Delete. The
That is
personal
true
jab.
lost media. You'll never find it again. No, not CJ.
CJ Barrymore's.
Why did I even go to that place? That was a bad idea. This is just the bullshit meter in real life. This is actually funny. The progression of bullshit. Like Six Flags America closing. Yeah. Wild Adventures, content creator program. Thank you, Asher. But still, Michigan's adventure, the dumbest thing I've done thus far. California's. Is that it?
And that's it.
Day trip, California's Great America. God damn it.
Hey, Riley, I'll take the compliment. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Goddamn Colton cooked. Well, speaking of Riley, I gotta get on Discord because I gotta call him.
All right.
So you'll get to meet him in some degree.
Oh, we follow each other on Instagram.
The fact that Shivering Timbers was closed is absolute socialism.
Yeah.
You suck.
Kind
Also,
of game.
you have to compliment Colton on some of the stuff. Colton, meet Riley. Riley, meet Colton.
What up, Riley, if you can hear me?
Because this is
What
the
up?
Discord.
Okay, never mind. Fuck me in the sideways. But he did cook.
He did cook. He did cook a fabulous meal. Gordon Ramsay would approve.
How about
All
that?
right. So anyway, this is the part of the stream that you've cooked something insane of. You usually do. You had to come out of retirement.
I had to think about a retirement. Yeah, I had to. I was in my bed. I was enjoying my retirement, and then Jay broke through my window and said, "Hey, cook." I'm just like, "Damn, all right." And then I cooked.
All I see is a fucking picture of Boko.
Boko, my dear engine.
Coughs and sneezels spread diseasels.
Anyways,
So
the
what should I
explanation.
expect here, Riley? What should I expect?
Well, you have a two-parter of very normal memes in these days of no longer Insane Coaster Junkie. Our first part is Ye Olden Thomas episode. Something you'd expect from me. Coughs and blows some steam. And the other one is a classic, fine created, straight from the pot that they boiled Anthony Wayne in, meme comp. Classic, no surprises.
360 no scope.
Very old, MLG.
Well,
Very classic, like the first ones I made.
if only we could do the pilot again.
Only we could do the pilot again.
All right. I guess I have to go watch this disaster.
Yep, go watch the disaster of my fantastic cooking.
All right. I'm gonna go watch your terrorism. Colton, are you ready for
What up?
this?
I am. How about that?
Let's share this tab instead.
Hello. You people know.
Holy shit. We're already off to a fantastic start.
We already have Donald Trump and friends. Already have Donald Trump and friends. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Because I'm not.
Hello. You people know a lot about trucks. Bing, 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 bong.
Do you hear it?
I do. That's fantastic.
Oh, Donald Trump.
Hello. You people know a lot about trucks. Bing, 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 bong. China. Bing, bing, bong. Obamacare. Bing, 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 bong, 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 bong. Get those lights off. Bing, 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 bing. China. Bong, bong. Bing, 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 bong. Turn off the lights. I'm really rich. Bing, bing, bong.
Get me out of here.
Bing, bing, bong. It's Rubio. Bing, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong. Hey, by the way. Bing, 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 bing. I love China. Bing, bing, bong, bong.
I love
Bing, bing, bong. How can you not love China?
Just in Venezuela.
It was a lovely day on the Isle of Sodor. The air was crisp, and there wasn't
Oh,
a cloud in
fine
the sky,
Scotsman.
Thomas, I've given you a much-needed tune-up, my friend.
said Sir Topham Hatt.
Oh boy, thanks!
Now, as soon as I put your brakes back in, you'll be as good as new.
Wait, why am I rolling? Am I moving or the tree's moving? What'd you say about my brakes? You took out my what? Holy cow, I can't stop!
Clearly, this is why I don't have real friends.
Screamed Thomas, and indeed, he did not.
This is cinema, dude. What do you think? This is cinema so far?
We're with some fantastic cinema so far, yeah.
All right, talk to me. Well, it seems Thomas is out of control and we can't stop him.
Why can't I stop? This is Harold the helicopter. How can I help you?
Asked Harold.
Harold, this is Control. I need you to shoot at Thomas and derail him from the track.
Shoot at Thomas? Why, I couldn't. Thomas is my friend.
Well, your friend is about to
what?
crash.
What the hell did I
Thomas?
say?
Why, I couldn't. Thomas is my friend.
Grow a fucking spinal cord. Oh,
All right. Loving
Well,
it.
your friend is about to crash headfirst into a nearby town. Ugh, this is why I never work with talking machines. Well, it's like they say, never send a smiley helicopter to do an action star's work. Nobody says that.
What's his cargo?
Pardon?
Thomas, his cargo. What's he carrying?
Oh, nothing too dangerous. Pillows, soft cheeses, a nuclear bomb,
A nuclear bomb.
and soft cheeses. Sheesh, were you even listening?
And soft cheeses.
what about why Swiss cheese though? That's the problem.
Swiss cheese. Cheeses.
No, you gotta go with cheddar.
Fine.
Gotta go with cheddar. Also, this liquid death is a waste of resources. Liquid death's in the trash.
Where it belongs.
All right, come on. I've got a train to catch.
Oh, that's just terrible.
I like this scene, McQueen.
See, Major? It's good to travel the world.
Oh, he just died.
I'm sorry about
Let's see that instant replay.
Instant
Major?
replay.
It's good to travel the world.
I'm sorry about
You're
that.
annihilated.
Unstoppable. It's a medical condition.
I got a partner with him. I told you,
Mercy.
I work alone.
I like you.
Look, nobody knows the rails better than Percy.
Fine. Just try to keep up, Junior.
You're a nice man. 2 hours later. Harold, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Thomas. I have propellers.
The minigun.
What's that crazy chopper doing? Doesn't he know if he hits that bomb, we're doomed?
I like clouds.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? You know, you and I aren't so different after all. I see Thomas. Step on it. Thomas, we're coming!
Oh, thank
Stop.
goodness. If you hadn't stopped me, I would have crushed the little town of
Factory of Sadness. Fuck you, Riley. Fuck you. You
What did it
piece of
say?
shit.
If you hadn't stopped me, I would have crushed the little town of
Factory of.
That's good. That's funny as hell.
Why? Why do you have to remind me? Sadness.
What the? Why am I?
And
nobody regretted any of their choices. The end.
This is a George Carlin quote.
It's a
Baseball
George Carlin
is
quote.
from any other sport very different. For instance, in most sports, you score points or goals. In baseball, you score runs.
Or
In
runs.
most sports, the ball or object is played by the offensive team.
It's
In
going to be the
baseball,
whole thing. You don't got to read the whole thing.
and only the defense is allowed to touch the ball. In fact, in baseball, if an offensive player touches the ball intentionally, he is out. Sometimes unintentional, he's out. Also, in football, basketball, soccer, volleyball, and all sports played with the ball, you score with the ball. In baseball, the ball prevents you from scoring. In most sports, the team is run by a coach. In baseball, the team is run by a manager. And only in baseball does that manager or coach wear the same clothing that players do. If you ever see John Madden in his Oakland Raiders uniform, you know the reason for this custom. Now I mentioned football, baseball, and football are the most two popular spectacular sports in this country. And as such, they ought to be able to tell
Tell
us
me the whole thing, Jay.
our values. I enjoy comparing baseball and football. Baseball is a 19th century past game. Football is a 20th century technological struggle. Baseball is played on the I can't do it anymore, dude. I can't. Wow.
That is the entire.
Well, thank God we built you. What a blessing for the community.
Well, we're halfway through. What else does Riley have cooked up, dude? What do you think?
I think it'll be good, whatever it is. We're off to a fantastic start.
Back to the classics.
Oh, hell yeah.
And now we enter the legends of the hidden temple.
God, not this video.
This little arc thing with that eye. He's looking very menacing into the temple. Wait, what are you doing with that? No. Coaster cancer.
Fun Mechanics Productions here, and guess where I am today?
What do you mean this patient is dead?
He just played W3.
What do you mean this patient is dead?
Dude, that's a 17-year-old me with no facial hair.
None. Zero.
Jordan Davis, the big man, looks for the icing on one big cake. Eagles hang on.
Ain't that anybody at Cedar Point, though?
Pretty much.
Let's look at our meal we have. We have a chicken tender meal, which is $8.99.
I'm just building the economy.
No. Fuck. We are not doing this again.
Here we are. Back at it.
No!
Yes!
No! No!
Jesus Christ, we're answering all the political questions.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No! I'll evacuate the customers. You call the Navy.
Hello, operator.
Oh, God.
Get me the Navy.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend,
Oh,
You're
God.
a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's car!
Squidward.
They killed the fucking Navy. Not the Navy!
La Biblioteca is Roja. Yeah, well, I could give a fuck about your red libraries.
Yes! Yes!
Yes. That's
Thank
all
you! Someone did it.
Somebody had to do it.
La
That's
Biblioteca
funny.
is Roja. Yeah, well, I could give a fuck about your red libraries.
Jay travel. Oh, God. What's his version of me traveling to California? That is not the car I drive. That's a lacrosse.
No. Shit! All right.
Holy shit, Riley. You didn't have to put the 9/11 attacks. Jeez, why am I laughing about 9/11? I should be laughing about 9/11. Jesus Christ, Riley. I shouldn't be laughing, but Riley, you fucking madman. That's going to be me taking pictures of the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And there.
And they bring a pressure as well, and they get the back
Yeah.
3rd and 16. Mahomes rolling out. Looking, firing,
Oh, the way. Yeah.
Right. Oh God, we're to the Colton section of the video.
Yeah.
True. This one's actually accurate. I can't be mad about this one. This is common for any amusement park.
I'll ignore that.
That's Kat and I right now, figuring out the addition.
That's funny. Okay, Dorney's not that bad. Dorney's a great park, but okay.
Okay. Accurate.
Shit. I should have thought about that.
This is something you would roast me for.
Yeah.
And you have.
I have.
Man, I wonder if he uses his wallet card to pay for gas.
Yeah. Man, I bet he uses wallet card to pay for gas.
Oh, this one was the FU one. This was the dick move.
Yeah, that's great. I love that one. It's beautiful.
I mean, Siren's Curse is a good ride. It's not a bad ride at all.
Emergency. News people like to say police have responded to an emergency. No, they haven't. They've responded to an emergency situation.
Hey, want to listen to some tunes?
Yes. That half-pace song is never going away, though.
Oh, it's how it
Dude, that's all of us. Raptera's Media Day.
That was me and James going to Raptera.
Oh, no. That's 3 times now in this. That's 3 times now. Now I have Whisper Zord in my mind.
Yeah. Resort. Oh, great.
This is something Matt would roast me for. I don't abuse ADA anymore. I think it's stupid. I knew about this one. God damn it.
Yeah,
this is not
that's
wrong. God damn it.
That's good. That's a funny
Hey,
one.
Breadfan, this is actually a true story. This is an actual true story. Another dead meme. Three.
And watch our eagles fly. Fly, eagles, fly. On the road to victory.
Yeah, Riley.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Yeah, how about that? Good stuff.
Well, that was a trip. Well, that was a trip. What do you feel?
That was fun. That was great. Riley, awesome stuff.
I can't believe he just pulled that 9/11 joke out of his ass. Like, why? Anyway, I have something for you to react to.
Oh, shoot. Okay, this is
It
news
is
to
time
me.
for time for my roast video.
Oh! This is what you're talking about.
This is not towards there. All right, so I did this last year. It was a Browns moment, like football video I did last year.
Oh yeah.
If you remember last year's stream.
Yeah.
Now I want to roast my own team. Presenting my version, the 2025 Browns recap, as told by Jay Zamanek.
For a moment, Flacco rolling, and he throws on the run, and it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins, and Wiggins inside Browns territory. Flacco's trying to chase him down, and Batonio.
Good hold. The kick is on the way. The kick is good.
Third down and 8. Flacco under pressure, and it is picked off. Gabriel on first down. Throws over the middle. It's caught. Wow. Across midfield by Bond. They do not have a timeout. Clock running. It is caught by Thresh. Deep drop for Gabriel. Out of the pocket. Caught from behind.
As Miami begins with possession down 11 from their 30. Bentley is picked. Campbell. He will run for the pick six.
Already assessing, our crew here. Is that Myles Garrett, or that is 5 sacks?
Rest in peace, Six Flags America. Meanwhile, I was spending it at Cedar Point. All right, now with the first half of the season done, how can it get worse?
How can it?
Couple of defensive penalties against the Jets. And that's where we sit. Schmidt's kick. It's just short of the end zone. 40, 50. One man to beat, and he's going to score.
Pathetic.
Special teams fail.
A chance to go out there and execute.
Third down and 10. Sanders takes a big hit, and he's picked off. Intercepted on the play by Nate Wiggins.
Raiders.
Oh! No. That's the second time Nate Wiggins has been mentioned in this video.
Intercepted on the play by Nate Wiggins.
Raiders are not showing pressure.
And they go to Simpson out of the backfield. He's got two tight ends blocking on the outside. He's got room. He bursts inside Raiders territory. One man to beat. He will be caught. Touchdown, Simpson.
One. Snap the ball. It looks like Gifford jumped on it. They get a turnover. The game's first.
Shador, it's Judkins on the direct snap. He was supposed to pitch it, but didn't. And now he's going to have to throw it, and he does, and it's incomplete.
Terrible.
Gone well in Cincinnati. For Cleveland, it's Sanders looking for Finn, and it's picked again. C.J. the interception. Third of the day for Sanders. Gardner Johnson is down.
What's that?
I said they're going to get his ass. I thought he was going to go all the way for that one.
This one hurts.
Shotgun. Sanders pump and throw. It's popped up in the air, and it's a gift interception.
With that one.
Pick made by Jordan Poyer, the former Cleveland Brown.
3 on the play clock. Rodgers out of the gun. Looking to the end zone, and it is incomplete! Incomplete and no flag! The Browns have pulled off the upset!
Ready, go! Touchdown. Burrow is under pressure, he's sacked! And there it is, a record that has stood nearly a quarter of a century as a new leader is 30-year-old Myles Garrett.
Here we go.
Well, what happened with your team? What do you think?
A huge fall off. That's what happened this season.
In a division that's been all but yours by default, with an incredible start and multi-game lead to boot, and you put together one of the most spectacular collapses of the season.
Fuck!
The fuck at the end. Well, yes, Pro Bowl quarterback Shador Sanders. How?
Pro Bowl don't mean anything anymore. Pro Bowl does not mean anything anymore.
Pro Bowl means nothing in today's world.
No one plays Pro Bowl these days.
Like, why Shador Sanders? You could have put anybody there. You could have put Baker Mayfield in there.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl's a fucking joke, man. Well, how was your finest meme hour? Did you enjoy meme hour?
That was great. Absolutely.
That, again, I don't know how Shador Sanders was. I know in the NFC. I know Colton is a Bucks fan, but
I'm a Bucks fan, yes.
But they just pick anybody.
Anyone who will play. Anyone who will play in it, pretty much.
Dude, Joe Flacco, of all people, was in the Pro Bowl. Joe Flacco. I need a beer. Well, that was something. I am absolutely choking on myself now. Well, let's get on a more positive note. 2026 plans. Who wants to go first?
Right.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? How are we doing this?
I can go first. How about that?
All right, go for it, man.
Kings Dominion, Six Flags Great Adventure, Sesame Place, Hershey Park, Kings Island, Carowinds, SeaWorld Orlando, Busch Gardens Tampa, Fun Spot Orlando, Fun Spot Kissimmee, Cedar Point, if I didn't mention that already, Waldemere, Darien Lake, Seabreeze, Niagara, Canada's Wonderland, Franken Coaster, Falls Freedom Santa's Village. We got, what else we got going on this year? That's a lot of the parks, actually. Luna Park, Dina's Wonder Wheel, Adventureland Long Island, possibly parks at Myrtle Beach. So we got like Family Kingdom and the track and the other park down there. They have like an SPF Visa spinner. And then possibly towards the end of the year, Six Flags Over Georgia, Fun Spot Atlanta. 2026 is going to be an insane year for ThrillStop. And hopefully we can join me on a
Explain
few.
why you chose some of the parks you want to.
Carowinds. So mainly the big three of like these main three, Six Flags Great Adventure, Waldemere, and Carowinds, they kind of finish off that part, my part of the United States for me. So like anything within like 500 drivable miles, actually not quite 500, well, close to 500, I guess, will be completed after I do Carowinds Great Adventure Waldemere. That'll Sesame Place. That'll essentially finish off about a 500-mile or so radius for me. And then we're just expanding beyond that. We're going international into Canada. We're going to actually do parks in Florida. I've been to Florida a few times. We've never done a theme park. We're doing theme parks in Florida. We're doing, Six Flags Over Georgia. Hopefully. That's more of a hopefully at this point. To take a trip down there on a pretty cheap flight to do over Georgia and Fun Spot Atlanta. I ain't gonna be really returning to too many parks besides Kings Dominion, Kings Island, Kennywood. A lot of parks will be new for me. That's gonna be the fun of this year. Because last year a lot of parks were kind of the same parks I'd been to as like a younger kid, going back to finish up getting the rest of the coasters that I missed. But this year is more about getting new rides and new experiences. So being young and free, I guess you could say, and we're going to go all in on it. That's what the goal is this year. We're going all in.
So
and we're doing
you
so many
want
parks.
your 2026 season to mirror my 2025 season.
Pretty much. Riding over 100 new credits. I don't know if we'll quite hit 120 new credits. That's a lot. But we're going to do at least 100. And, man, it's going to be a fantastic year. Like, and there's so many plus ones in there. You could say that I missed, Fun for All, mountain coasters, different FECs. But, like, I mean, I don't want to overhype it too much, but, like, I'm so excited for 2026 and what new parks will be and the people I'm going to do them with. It's going to be insane and it's going to be fun. That's for sure. Nuts. Wild.
Well, what's your most anticipated park of the year coming up?
Canada's Wonderland. I'd say probably Canada's Wonderland. Canada's Wonderland and Carowinds. Probably up there with the two that I'm most excited to do, for sure.
Most anticipated credit.
Probably Alpen Fury at this point, because Alpen Fury should probably be number 200. So that's going to be a major one. I'm going to satisfy my friend Kat with saying this. El Toro, Great Adventure. I think El Toro will be a fantastic ride. And then you got Fury 325 at Carowinds. That's another fantastic coaster, along with Thunder Striker and Copperhead Strike. That park is slam packed with great rides. And I mean, like Behemoth at Canada's Wonderland, Nitro. There's a lot of good B&M hypers too. I love a good B&M hyper, and there's gonna be a lot of good ones on this year's agenda. So very excited to do all these parks, and anyone's more than welcome to join me in doing any of them because we're having a fun time.
I'm just putting out a general message. Any tips and tricks for anything we talk about will be beneficial to any of us.
Absolutely. Anyone who wants to give any advice for doing any of these parks or road trips or any close plus ones to any of these parks that may not be aware of, let us up. Let us know. Get as many credits we possibly
Just give
can
us
while we're out doing
the
this.
park we talk about and just go run with it. I tend to keep my park plans secret, but I'll give you all the name for one of them if you curiosity. Triple J Sails to New Jersey. Now, I know what this is, but I'm not going to reveal it. What do you think it is?
Going to Maury's Piers, hitting the seaside parks. That's actually a trip that I would go do myself. Because I was going to do that for my spring break, but those parks are going to be open yet. So there's no point. But you could do Maury's Piers, Playland's Castaway Cove, Casino Pier, Steel Pier, even like that one park. It's right off there. Land
Jenkinson's?
of Make Believe. Or something like Storybook Park or something. They have a couple credits there. It's right near Casino Pier, I think.
Jenkinson's?
Well, it's near Jenkinson's, but it's not Jenkinson's. It's
Playland's Castaway Cove?
No. Our RCDB will help me with this.
Fire up RCDB. I'm drawing blanks here, man.
Storybook Land in New Jersey. They got 2 credits. It's right near Jenkinson's, I think.
All right. While you look for that, I'll unveil.
I found it. Want me to share it with the crowd?
Yeah, how many credits would this be?
Right, it's like 20 minutes from Jenkinson's, I think.
No, man. I mean, I should have worded it differently. How many new credits are you expecting on this whole ordeal?
Oh, you mean me overall, or like overall this year for me? 100 plus. We'll go that route. Definitely 100 plus. I mean, will we quite crack 120? I don't know. That's kind of getting a little bit ambitious, but I think if we get 100 new credits, that would be a great goal to have for this year.
Absolutely. Some of my plans I'll discuss. For those who follow me for a while, you know that fan meetups do not exist anymore because of certain things that happened in the past. And I'm keeping to my words because people are stupid. Unless I know you personally, or we have agreed in advance separately, DMs. Nope, because people are stupid and I am not responsible for you if something happens. Anyway. I am looking to cut down my park travels for 2026. 2025 was a very ambitious year for me. Lots of new parks, 120 new credits. I am looking to shave 2/3 of that and cut my season, cut at least like 2/3 of my travels. Like way more than I should. But for the sustainability of my job, keep my Buick in check, cut most parks. Now, that doesn't mean, I'm not traveling at all, because I am. But we're taking things a lot more conservative on this leg of 2026. So the thing is, like I said in the coup, I will hit my 300th coaster this year. I will. Now, where we'll be, the Kahoot said one thing, plans say another thing. We'll see. And I will be returning to my core 4 home parks, Waldemere, Darien Lake, Kennywood, and Cedar Point. And I'm going to try to limit my visits on all of those parks. 5 for Kennywood, 3 for the other 2, and then how many at Waldemere at convenience. Trying to go to Waldemere a little less this year. I went a little bit too much last year, which resulted in a bunch of burnout for me, which unfortunately was a rough end to the 2025 season at Waldemere, which made me almost question my future of the park. But thankfully, things are in the right direction now, and I have big ideas. I have big plans. So besides the core 4 parks, the only other park I would like to return to this year is Seabreeze, because a couple of my friends want to go. They have expressed interest in Seabreeze. And I'm like, Seabreeze is a really good park. Yeah, it's a smaller scale Waldemere, but it's a fun little day trip. So I would have no issues going back to Seabreeze. I'm not going back to Idlewild. I already have Idlewild completion. I don't see no incentive to go. And then all those those faraway parks like Kings Island, Knoebels, Hershey, those are all canceled for 2026. I know Knoebels is celebrating their 100th anniversary this year, but I ain't going. Pretty much, and then a lot of plus ones are just out the window. I don't need to take people to plus ones in the middle of nowhere. I learned a lot for 2025 of what not to do to the Buick. But new parks, new parks. Now, Colton and I will be sharing something together. King's Dominion.
It's not a new park for me, but that is a new one for him.
Now, I've been very quiet about this, and I'm sorry, James, for breaking the curse, but me, James, and possibly Colton are thinking about a trip to King's Dominion this summer. I've never been to King's Dominion. Technically, it's Colton and James's home park. But from your perspective of a home park, what should I expect for King's Dominion?
King's Dominion's a fantastic park. It's a lot prettier than people like to give it claim for, and it's got a lot going for it. You have a fabulous brand new B&M launch wing coaster in Rapterra, a coaster that I personally love. And that plus one that James just pointed out, I have not gotten that credit yet. That's going to be a this year thing.
I will not be getting that credit. We agree. We don't have time for that credit.
He will not be getting credit, but I will be at some point, probably before opening day. But so we're talking. You have fantastic new B&M launch wing coaster in Rapterra. Fantastic experience. You have Pantherian, which, of course, formerly I-305. I actually do not have that credit yet. I've been kind of unlucky with that ride, and that's going to be a this year thing. Very excited for it. Twist Timber is a fantastic coaster. I'm not a huge little RMC fan. The ones that are pretty aggressive like that kind of hurt me. That's kind of a personal preference, but still a fun ride. Grizzly's a fantastic wooden coaster. I say fantastic a lot, but truly, it's an awesome wooden roller coaster. The Gravity Group retrack did wonders on that ride. I rode it pre-retrack. It wasn't really re-rideable. Now, totally is. And it's an upper tier wooden roller coaster for me as of current. The other woodies in the park being Race 75 have one good airtime moment, really good airtime moment. That's about it. They don't do a whole lot else for me, but still good to get the 2 credits. Obviously, great rides. Dominator, actually another credit that I don't have yet. That's going to be a this year thing too. Looks like a great B&M Floorless.
Grizzly,
and that's really your main heavy hitters.
I'm not sure about that.
I am sure about that. He makes a good point. It rivals Phoenix. Airtime wise, not necessarily, but overall ride experience, absolutely. Absolutely it rivals. I mean, they're probably both my top 5 woodies currently. I mean,
so
greatly said.
I'm very excited for that park. On that trip also, that Colton won't be able to make to this park, but I will be going to Busch Gardens Williamsburg as well.
Actually,
these two major parks been having an issue with the ICJ universe of the past, because I've been trying to get to those parks since 2019. There was an alternate universe where those parks were in the 2019 season. They have not. And this would finally suffice my requirements of all the parks in the ICJ universe of the past. And if I get to that park, it's a full circle moment.
Busch Gardens Williams is a fantastic place as well.
Which I'm much looking forward to Pantheon myself, because I haven't ridden Velocicoaster yet. My friend Jared has. I have not. So we'll figure that out.
Pantheon is my personal favorite roller coaster of all time.
And then obviously so I'm probably planning that in June. July will probably be California's Great America. Will be Punishment.
I'm
still figuring out things with Geiger and then scheduling things, but probably July will be when California's Great America happens. Colton's going to laugh at me the entire way I get to California, but it's going to be a good video. I promise you.
Oh,
and then
yeah, that's going to be
August,
fun.
I just had to change this today due to scheduling conflicts with Six Flags. But right now, Jared and I are in the planning stages for Six Flags Great America. Now, this was going to be part of a larger trip with Mount Olympus, the Minnesota State Fair, et cetera, et cetera. But I decided to pretty much cut everything out. And the main part would be a day and a half at Six Flags Great America. And then after that, Jared and I would just spend time together. Cedar Point, Waldemere, just like old times. But at the end of the day, it's 4 new parks for me. Not as grand as last year. But if I'm counting my credits right and everything I want to do, that is Google Maps. I want Sheets. I want Google Sheets. I don't want Google Maps.
Very similar website.
As the crow flies, I'm at 265, by the way. What's your credit count?
113.
You should be around what, 230 next year, at the end of the year?
Yeah, if all goes well, we'll be somewhere between 215 and 230. If all goes well.
Okay. With my quest, I will definitely be over 310. So the 300th coaster is going to hit at a Great America Park, which it'll probably be, if I count my sheep correctly, it'll probably be at the tail end of my California trip. If something goes to shit, it'll probably be at Six Flags Great America. But again, I prepare for all scenarios. And then I'm already thinking about 2027 trips for the channel, not for the channel, for my travel schedule for 2027. And so far, the only thing I have is Magic Mountain and Knott's as a vacation. Probably would like to do that with Geiger. And then I want to take a day trip to New York City for Coney Island. Do Luna Park and Dino's Wonder Wheel. Because I can get cheap flights out of Pittsburgh for like $120 round trip.
Yeah.
So those would probably be the big parks next year. If everything goes to plan, I will definitely hit 350 next year. With all that, because Magic Mountain's got 20 credits as is, so 18. But I'm waiting for I'm gonna wait till the Thrill Glider opens to make my approach down there. And again, I'll try to cut more travels if I can in 2027. I'll start to focus more on the new parks and vacations than going to the standard grind. But I do intend of keeping all my passes for the foreseeable future. But right now, the 4 parks I'm focused on for this year is Kings Dominion, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, California's Great America, and Six Flags Great America. 3 of the 4 parks are Six Flags parks. The other one's Busch Gardens.
Better the 4, probably.
And that's great because those 3 parks, I don't have to pay for anything because I'll park passport.
Yeah.
Which gets me into a very neat discussion. I want to have a quick discussion with you because we live in a post-merger world now. Six Flags it's one umbrella now, and we've had some time to digest with the new brand. We've seen some changes at parks. You've seen some changes at Kings Dominion. I've seen some at Cedar Point. And I want to hear you guys in the comments. This is a really good thing. And this will be beneficial for both of us because we'll be traveling to a good chunk of the chain's parks this year with you and me. How do we feel about the Six Flags merger? What's good? What's bad? And what can we see improved on?
Would you like me to go ahead and answer this question?
Yeah, this is an open-ended.
Okay. So I'm one of the few people that find the merger to be a positive thing. At least as of current, because from an enthusiast perspective, what we're seeing is we're all getting some great benefits. Now, are these benefits coming from the weird, like, under spiral kind of the Six Flags company? yes, but you know, like it all kind of comes in good in the end. So, of course, here James talking about the rides going out. Kind of got to understand that some of these rides were kind of going out the door anyway. Just a matter of time. King of the Car was the only one that was kind of rushed a little bit earlier than it was supposed to.
But I
The
believe
rest,
I did
think, is
hear
going
they
out.
needed like a Top Thrill Dragster 2017 modification for it to operate efficiently. And
They did, and they were going to try to let it operate through 2025 to give it its 20th year one last run,
but they just
that
couldn't.
was not possible. It was just not possible. And of course we've seen Super Escape from Krypton go out. We've seen Six Flags America Park go out. Now this I do think would have changed if the merger would never happened, but I think Cedar Fair executives doing Cedar Fair executive things is why that happened. And honestly, while it's not really great for the DC Baltimore enthusiasts and really community period, I think for the company, it was not a bad idea because that is going to save them more money than you possibly think that can go towards other investments. And do I see other parks in the chain being sold off? I wouldn't say closing necessarily, but sold off possibly. And I
what
think
about
that's
the
kind
Enchanted
of
Parks rumor?
give them, to give them a tighter portfolio, for say. And so I find those to be positive. I find the new season pass situation from an enthusiast perspective to be a great thing. I think the fact that gold pass members who didn't buy an all park passport can get into regional parks is a great idea for people to go out and travel more and to go to these other parks. I think that's just going to move money around so much better for the company. And then also with Prestige Pass getting all pro passport as just an incentive kind of deal, that's also great. I don't know how much more it's going to bump up Prestige Pass necessarily, but I think overall that deal alone is a pretty good one for enthusiasts who are going to buy a Prestige Pass anyway. So I think we'll reap the benefits of that. And I think with anything, and I told people this for the Harshan for the Palace buyout too. Give it time. Gotta give it time. We ain't gonna see huge, fantastic new additions coming on immediately. The ones we're seeing now were probably planned out before the merger took place. I think Tormenta and the Thrill Glider. I think these additions were these additions were the very end of the split Six Flags Cedar Fair competition era. I think those plans were going into effect by the time this merger happened. I think the merger, all it may have done is just pushed some things back a little bit, moved some things around while some different things changed in the company. But of course, some of the new 2027 coasters that may have supposed to have opened this year or going to happen next year, either way, those may have been post-merger plans. But these major additions take a long time, and it takes multiple years. They've always said these takes multiple years to plan out before a shovel hits the ground. So I think some of these coasters are definitely pre-merger. But after this year, the coasters we'll see moving forward will be post-merger. So we'll really see where the company is going to go with its new installations for especially its major parks and maybe smaller parks. Maybe they'll beef up some of the smaller parks like Cedar Fair was kind of trying to do with Dorney and Worlds of Fun with those mid to larger size investments for those parks. So I see great things happening.
Let's see. My computer froze. Give me a sec. We are having some technical issues right about now, so give me a sec. Okay, we're good. You good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, sorry about that. We were having some technical issues on our end. I think these are all good points. This is a good segue to what I feel about the merger and everything. So originally, when this merger was announced, I was coming from an early morning flight from Atlanta. This was back in 2023 when the merger was announced. So I definitely fall into crankiness, but I was one of those people that was not a fan of the merger at the time. I thought it was going to be doom and gloom for the merger. Like, oh, this is fucked. Things are going to, get worse. And it just felt like there was a lot of questionable decisions that were going to be made. But as the process has thinned out and we've seen some new things integrated, I've started to ease. Especially within the last year, have eased up a lot about how I feel about the merger. Sure, like Colton mentioned, competition aspect. Every park has competition. But now with one umbrella, you can benefit with passes, with the region pass. I really like this idea for people that can't really afford prestige or gold for all park passport. It gives them, like you said, it's a great incentive to travel to a specific region. Like, say if you're a Texas resident, you want to check out, you live in San Antonio, and you want to go check out over Texas. You want to check out the water parks or Frontier City. Or if you're in the, where we technically fall in the Mid-Atlantic or Midwest region, you got a shit ton of parks to choose from.
That's going to help the small parks like Frontier City and Darien Lake.
Yeah, but
having that,
it's going to really help them to get more business and to just encourage people to go to these other parks that they probably never thought twice about. Especially, I think the best region is the Midwest region, which is technically where I call home. You're technically the East
region, yeah.
I don't understand why the fuck Darien Lake is Midwest, but okay.
I don't know how. Yeah, Kansas Wonderland is Midwest. I don't get that.
I don't know. Midwest starts at Cedar Point onwards, but anyway, pickiness aside, I think this region thing is a great compromise. If you want to splurge for prestige and get all park passport, be my guest, and that's what I have. And that gets me to my other thing. All park passport is probably one of the best additions I've seen from a park. Like, yeah, Palace had their platinum pass when they had the Palace pass, but especially here in Pennsylvania, that was only restricted to said parks like Kennywood, Idlewild, and Dutch Wonderland. Didn't really give you an incentive to check out Lake Compounds or Adventureland, Iowa. But with this all park passport, you get no restrictions. You can visit any of the chain's parks. And it's a versatile. It felt like a dangerous weapon to me because the new parks I went to Michigan's Adventure. I went to Kings Island. I went to Dorney. Like, none of that would have been possible if I didn't have all park passport. Just think about the cost, adding those up with parking, admission, food, everything else. Oh yeah, Six Flags America and Six Flags Great Adventure. Like, I visited a crap ton of new parks last year. And just using my it felt like your benefits crossbreeded, which was awesome. And another thing I like, and this is a more recent addition, the discontinuation of Flash Pass in favor of Fastlane. Now, I know a lot of people had a bit of a controversial pick about this, but I love the Fastlane system. I used Flash Pass once on my first trip to Six Flags over Georgia, and I was not a fan of it. I thought it was confusing.
It was a weird system.
It was a very clunky system. It just felt like a virtual wait. I just was not a fan of it.
It was a virtual queue system. And like Kennywood with Speedy Pass, kind of the same deal. Not a big fan of that. I think Fastlane is walking up the exit gate.
Yeah, like
walking up a special line.
Using Fastlane is just a lot easier. Sure, it's a premium, and the prices vary by park. Same with like all the passes. Prices will vary by park. I got it at Cedar Point, and it's a little bit more expensive than when I had Darien Lake as my home Six Flags park. No, the only reason why I switched from Darien Lake to Cedar Point for home park is benefits. Because some parks have better benefits than others. You just check your local Six Flags park of which benefits you have. For Cedar Point specifically, they get you free preferred parking. You get early entry an hour before the park opens, and one free Fastlane skip per visit. Those three alone sold me for prestige. and with the addition of All Park Passport for no additional cost, it was a no-brainer that I chose Prestige over Gold. Now, Gold was awesome to have for 2025, but I think, yeah, it kind of sucks. Prestige is kind of locked in a paywall, basically, like All Park Passport. But again, the region passes is why they compromise for that. And this is one I really can comment on. Dining. Dining has improved, especially at Legacy Six Flags parks. I know that's more of a Cedar Fair thing. They have like really good food. Like Six Flags parks weren't the best known for food. Let's be honest. But the food quality, I've had some nice food choices at some Six Flags parks. I had some nachos at Six Flags America. I had a great funnel cake at Six Flags Great Adventure. I didn't eat a Dorney. Kings Island was probably the worst of all of them, but
I can speak for Dorney and say Dorney has some pretty decent food. Dorney is pretty decent food.
Overall has improved. I know they're still trying. Like I said, Kings Island, I kind of had an unfair bet. But like Cedar Point, for example, my coworker Jacob Matthews gave me a suggestion of Happy Fryer. And those fries are honestly better than Kennywood's fries.
I have to take.
I know, hot take, kill me in the comments. But dining has improved. I think the overall operations is going to slowly start to improve because most of this is under the Cedar Fair business model, not Six Flags. And I prefer it that way because of how Cedar Fair parks are run are way better than like Legacy Six Flags parks, in my opinion. So operations are starting to improve. I mean, Kings Island's already excellent as is. Cedar Point has been improving a little bit. So I see this merger as more positive now than where I was about a year and a half ago. And I'm really excited. Like Michael said, closing Six Flags America, I think I knew that its time was up coming into this. Same with, California's Great America was before merger, but that's a whole another can of worms of issues over there, especially with parking with Levi Stadium next door. If anything, sadly, I think that park's going to be demolished and used as the parking lot for Levi's. Hate to say. I think that's I know, Colton, kill me, but I think that's what's going to happen.
It very well could be. I mean, who knows? But of course, real estate company is the one who bought it, I think. So it could be turned into.
Six Flags America, it's in. They could have invested in it. Yeah, that is a good point. But where Six Flags America is in Prince George's County, it's apparently
attendance had fallen for 20 years.
It's
You're not going to invest in a place that ain't showing any growth when you put in. You gave an investment. You threw money at it. You threw Steamtown at it. What did that do? Didn't do anything. You can't. You can throw a little investment in. If that ain't going to raise your numbers,
Prince George's County is one of the wealthiest counties on the East Coast, right near DC. That is prime real estate.
Wealth doesn't mean anything in terms of park attendance. The wealthy ain't going to go to Six Flags America. They're not.
The land is more valuable than what the park is worth.
Exactly. That's another thing. You got to think of it from a business perspective. That makes way too much sense.
This sadly feels like an Astroworld issue. When Astroworld closed in 2005, that land was extremely valuable, right next to Energy Stadium and the Astrodome.
Well, that was also 2005 Six Flags. Company was going under.
Yeah, but if you're looking at Astroworld's case, that was prime real estate.
Oh yeah.
And then when Six Flags New Orleans got destroyed by Katrina, they didn't get much back from what they anticipated. Like they got fucked.
Yeah.
It was like what, 50% of what they got back?
Something like that.
Like, it's terrible. But again, we're in a post-pandemic, post-merger world. And it's really awesome to see. And I'm excited to see what Six Flags parks can do to improve. And we're going to keep going to these Six Flags parks.
Absolutely.
Now, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I am going to speed run the living hell out of Oregon Trail.
Okay.
And Colton, you're coming along. Now, for those who know my live streams, I always play around on the Oregon Trail. I always do. Colton, you are coming along with us.
Sounds good.
So we are going to go play along. Also, your camera's off.
I'm aware. I've been turning off here and there to right, like walk away from it or something.
Okay. Now, I've been a farmer and I've been a carpenter. We are going to be a banker from Boston. We're going to have me, you, James, and we're going to have 2 females on this trip. We're going to have Zoe
Cat.
and Kat. Purple Shadows. All right. When do you want to leave?
April.
April. I'm going to have you make the decisions for me and see if I can get far. Oh, James also asked, what should be my punishment if I die?
Hell.
What do you think, Colton?
Punishment if he dies. Well,
if James dies,
obviously he's going to hell, right? You know, but if that ain't punishment enough, I don't know. You know, banish him to the shelter realm of the Blue Street Conneaut Lake Park.
Well, he can't get there easily.
Oh, are we talking actual punishment?
Something realistic for him.
Go to Funland Fredericksburg and don't ride the coaster. Don't ride the coaster.
Well, that just means you're just going there to play games. That's not really a punishment.
I don't know what to tell him.
All right, I'll give you a good one. If you lose, James, you have to ride Pantherian blindfolded for my very first ride.
There we go. That's a good idea. Fantastic idea. Front row. Front row.
All right. We got to go to Matt Rabe's General Store. All right. We have $1,600. How should we split this?
Oxen. Buy 6 of them.
All right. We're going to buy 6 oxen. All right. Food. How much food do you want?
$9.99.
999 pounds. Clothing. How many sets?
200.
Whoa, that's a little bit much. 20.
100.
I got 20. Ammunition. How many bullets?
How many boxes? 20 bucks. 50.
50 boxes. All right, spare parts.
555. 3, 3, 3, whatever.
3, 3, 3, and 3. It gives us $829.80. We have about 52% of the budget. Let's go.
We can buy more on the way down the road.
All right, let's go down the trail.
We probably should change our pace and stuff up eventually, too.
Yeah, we'll do it after the river. We're right at the river. All right. 624 feet across, 4.3 feet deep. How do we do this?
Take the ferry.
Take a ferry?
We got money.
2 days.
Sure. Hell with it.
All right. Your choice. I'm letting you control this. I want to see if you can get me to Oregon. You know me, I'm pretty damn good at this game. All right. You want to change the pace?
Change the pace.
All right. We are at steady.
We're going 2. We're going strenuous.
We're going to a strenuous pace. How about
And
food
then
rations?
food rations, 5. Food rations, we're going 2. We're going meager.
All right.
Now continue going. Let's rock.
All right, let's go.
There's a little more like it.
Oh, we got to prepare it.
That's fine.
All right, cool.
Absolutely.
All right. 72 Seasons Day. We're at the river.
No, don't even look.
All right. 231 feet across, 2.5 feet deep.
Chalk it and float it. We're going to float it.
Caulk the wagon and float?
We're floating. We ain't got much. We ain't got much depth, but we're floating. Hope we don't hit a rock. All right. That's what we're talking about.
Good choice. Onwards.
I played this game a timer 15. I know what I'm doing.
Well, James is like the best player, and I'm like second best. All right, we're at the fort.
No, I need to look. Keep walking.
Oh, you got a broken arm.
Shoot me. Come on.
Damn it. Also, Colton, you have a UTI.
Ah, damn it.
That's an inside joke, guys, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. Onward. Oh, it's rainy. It's wet.
Good. April showers, baby. April showers.
All right, we're getting into the big chimney rock.
Nope.
All right, what's the gravestone? Here lies A. A.
Huh.
Funny. All right. You think we're doing good right now, or?
Probably cool. We have a very funny nickname for this game.
A blizzard?
You're
a blizzard in late April?
What type of weather is this? What type of global
What is
warming?
this, Erie? Okay. James has dysentery.
Ah, nice. Good on you, James.
This is great. Wait, it went from snowing to very hot. This is
I
eerie.
don't get that. Look around. Hey, look around. Oh, shoot. If you look around there, you can sometimes buy stuff. You wanna buy stuff at some point.
Well, you tell me when to buy stuff.
Okay. I'll tell you when to buy stuff.
You tell me what to do.
Get.
You tell me what I need to do. Ah, crap, the injured.
Ah, shoot him.
Ah, take him out back, cut some meat. Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I like the sound of that. That's a couple days worth of food.
All right, what are we looking at?
That ain't much in Independence Rock, I don't think.
All right.
Attempt to trade. Let's see if anyone's trading anything good.
1 ox for
No.
105. No.
Nah, we're good. Keep going.
All right, continue on the trail. 102 miles to South Pass.
That's not bad. We'll be there in 5 days. Our health is getting better, so that's fine.
A thief. Oh, it's only 85 pounds. That's not that bad. All right, South Pass.
Take a peek. Continue. We'll see.
What should we do?
Keep going.
Keep going.
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Look
Green
at the map.
River or Fort Bridger?
Look at the map. I forget this. Look at the map. I forget what our options are.
All right. We are at South Pass.
Whenever goes towards Soda Springs.
Go to Soda Springs?
Yeah, we're going Soda Springs.
All right, to the river.
Green River Crossing.
Yeah, 57 miles to the river. Fire at the fire station.
Oh.
Shit. We gotta hunt. I gotta do emergency.
We ain't got food. Hey, stop. We gotta hunt. Go hunt.
I gotta go hunt. All right, I gotta use my shitty keyboard. All right.
That was a shame. That was a shame. We lost a bunch of food in that fire. Bear. Boom.
Bear.
Boom, boom, boom. Get it.
Damn it.
Get it. What are you doing? Boom, 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 boom.
Go.
Boom.
Go,
Boom. There we go. It's about all you'll be able to carry.
What? There was a deer right there.
The bear's about all the meat you can carry.
There we go.
Bam.
Got a deer. Bear.
Another bear.
100 pounds.
There we go. Keep going.
Keep going.
Now she get us around. Now she get us around for a little bit. We got some food.
All right, and we
There
found
go.
food. All right. Damn. All right, what are we looking here?
Take a peek. Okay.
All right.
Continue.
400. Ooh, this one could be dicey. $401 feet wide, 20 feet deep.
Take a ferry. Got money. Take a ferry.
$5.
6 days. Whatever.
All
Love
right.
the hunt for food anyway.
Oh boy, gotta hunt. Cool.
Fun. All right, go for a couple days, and then we're gonna hunt.
All right, I paused
Go
here.
ahead and try to hunt. Let's see if we can get at least 100 pounds of food.
Oh fuck.
We're mainly looking for big animals. Deer and bear.
Oh,
One
there's
bear
one
will be
outside.
enough.
God, these are so clunky controls. I want a bear.
Boom, 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 boom. Behind you. Come on. To your side. There you go.
Yeah,
That's about
Two
okay.
bears. Two bears.
Now so we're gonna be able to carry 100 pounds back. That's fine. That'll get us for a few days.
Oh, that'll get us to the next landmark. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Soda
look.
Springs.
Space bar.
It sounds there once was this.
Let's try a trade. Let's try a trade.
With a belly OT when blew up in the bear.
Let's try a trade.
Trade?
Yeah, let's try a trade. Let's see what
Sorry, it
happens.
sounded like the Wellerman. That's a terrible trade.
No, not really. At
Wait.
this point,
One
we're
ox.
down to one wagon wheel. We have 12 oxen.
So trade?
Yeah, let's rock it. Let's do that
All
trade.
right, let's rock it. Because we have 12 oxen.
Yeah, we're good.
All right,
All right,
anything
keep
else you
going.
want to do?
Let's keep rocking it.
57 miles to the next fort. We could definitely get stuff here, like food.
And I
and
think
whatnot.
Fort we should be able to get stuff.
Yeah, let's get some food. All right, Fort Hall.
Yeah, take a look.
All
Buy
right,
supplies.
buy supplies. Well, the first thing we need is food.
Food.
How much food do you want?
600.
Anything else?
Ammunition.
All right.
Let's buy 3 boxes. Just a little bit.
All right. Barely makes a
Food.
dent.
Let's buy 100 more pounds of food.
Another 100?
Yeah, and then we're done.
All right. 8.
8.
All right. See you, Michael.
See you, Michael. Have a good night, man.
All right. Have a
Appreciate
good night,
you.
man. Nice seeing you again.
Ah, man, clumsy.
Oh, yeah. Zoe left too. So it's up to God for her.
We're down to like no viewers at this point. I think it's just us and James.
Whatever. We'll still play Bread Fan. I don't care. Oh, he's calling.
Michael's still
he's
hanging around.
saying-
That's cool.
Okay, you're here, Michael, at least. Zoe has a fever.
Oh no.
As soon as Zoe gets off, she gets a fever.
Oh, Man, it must have got infected.
Hey, Colton.
That's
I
a
have a fun fact for
shame.
you.
That's a shame right there.
Hey, Colton. You want to ride Pantherian
Yeah.
blindfolded?
Am I riding Pantherian blindfolded? Nope.
You've died.
As if James died, not me.
What do you want to do for your punishment?
My punishment? I'll run RF2 blindfolded. How about that?
All right, fair enough. All right, what do we do? We're at Snake River Falls.
Keep moving. Now this one gets
1,000 feet
fun.
across, 6 feet deep.
Hire an Indian. We can't.
Ooh.
We can't.
Ooh, the Washington Redskins. We can use them
Hire an Indian.
for 2 sets of clothing.
Yeah,
yeah.
no problem. No problem at all.
The Washington Redskins have helped.
If your health is either poor or very poor, try stopping the rest. James, no.
Colton is telling me how to play the game today, James.
James,
not you.
James, I'm ready to go to bed. So we're trying to get this.
We're
done.
trying to speed run the rest of this live stream because I still got to do the final Q&A, still play Bread Fan, and say goodnight. We're trying here.
We're doing Q&A at this point.
Well, we usually do one last one before the music jam.
Yeah.
I know you're tired. Well, should be done by 11:30. Let's speed run this fucker. No.
No need.
We're not stopping. We're pushing this wagon. Are you sure you don't want to
James wants
stop?
to rest so he don't die. James doesn't want to die. Fair enough.
Well, it's your decisions.
No.
Walla
Fort
Walla or
Walla
the valleys?
Well, hold on.
Walla
Walla
Walla.
Walla, baby. Walla Walla.
To the fort. Ah, shit. We got a spare part. No. James has a broken leg. We're just going to push.
Yeah, we're pushing. Pushing Pete.
I want to be done by 11:30. I want to get... Zoe has a broken leg.
Oh, man. How do you keep breaking our legs?
How am I not dead?
I'm looking for the down the Fort Walla Walla. Never mind.
Oh, God. Float or take the tolls?
Tolls. We're tolling. We have money.
All right, we're taking the turnpike.
This is why we're bankers. I want James. No.
My leg went B. Well, we got no
His leg
water.
went B.
I know our health is very poor.
Wagon leaders always last to die. Kate has
Oh,
exhaustion.
we haven't heard about Kat this entire game.
A cat. Sorry, I said Kate. Cat. We're 2 miles and she's exhausted.
She's been the quiet one.
Oh!
He has the right Pantherian.
There we go.
Here we go.
How about that? Punk.
Shut the fuck up. Do me a favor.
Punk. Haha.
You're a
See
sick
ya
motherfucker
at King's
with a
Dominion
violent
with a
nature.
blindfold, James.
And we made
And he died miles. He died 2 miles from the end of the game. 2 miles. That's it. We had 2 miles left. Cat was exhausted. He's dead. I'm dead. You're apparently alive and well. Zoe's legs broke. And we just made it to Oregon. So great time. Q&A session time, y'all.
Dude, Colton, that was a funny game. That was the funniest round ever. Wait, was it seriously 2 miles?
Yeah, it was 2 miles. We was 2 miles shy. We was 2 miles shy. He was dead.
I just played the feedback. James, she won. I'm sorry to use your
James
real
is
name.
riding
But
Pantherian with a blindfold on. All right, let's go. Let's do this.
James,
See how many points we got.
you suck. All right. Last round of the Q&A.
James got a burning question for me now. You can ask me now or DM me later. But if you want to ask any questions now before we do this, then we're gonna jam the
I'm just gonna leave
bread
this up here.
fan.
I'm just gonna leave this up
Done.
here. 2 fucking miles. That's all it took.
I hope the Triple J fan will enjoy hearing about me suffer during King's Domination 4.
James, I am not going to forget about this. Colton won't forget about this either. We are going to tease you.
I have a great question. Why do I always die? Well, James, look, it's a little thing called luck of the draw. I died too, luck of the draw. That's a big factor in it.
Here's my answer. Because cleaners.
It's good. That's a good answer too.
The old channel saying, because cleaners, he die. This is hilarious. All right, final call for other questions. I know there's 4 people in here, but final question calls for anybody. If you
Anybody got
don't
a
put in
question
your
for myself,
questions,
Jay, both, everybody in the whole freaking world? Any questions? And then what? We're jamming a Bread Fan. Is that the song of choice for tonight? Bread Fan.
yeah, because we will not have another live stream until November. When I do,
I might have one, but you'll have to check it out.
Colton may have a. He'll announce it at the end of the stream here.
Yeah, we'll do that. How about that?
Anything else you want to embarrass us with? We'll wait a minute or two for anything.
We'll toss this in the trash can. 1 second. No questions. This is a great live stream. Thank you, James.
Of course,
Appreciate
James.
you
Thank
very
you for
much,
the. This is great feedback. Let's see. I don't. If Michael's still around, do you have any final things you want to ask me or Colton?
James, Jay and I are the funniest coaster duo around, and that's a known fact. That is a known fact. We're the funniest 2 coasters.
I still hate the Bengals, though, by the way. I still hate the Bengals. Week 1.
Oh, yeah. What a team. What a team to root for. But
what a team to root for. The Bungles.
I don't know what to
ask. Okay,
right.
So that's okay. It's late. I understand it's late. Things are dry. I'm not mad at you. Things happen. So with no Q&A discussion, that's sad. It's okay. We are going to initiate Bread Fan. Oh, Emily was in here. Oh,
how about that?
I completely forgot you were in this live stream. I'm so sorry, Emily. Please forgive me. Please forgive my stupid self. Okay, so we are going to play.
What's up, Emily?
So, Metallica by request for Red Fan. So, I picked the old performance from 2018 because it's the snappy version, the good one, the good snappy version. So, mute our mics. Let's jam.
Red Fan!
give it all away, never stay with the winner. Man, the thought of nothing money. Come on, give it on the side of the ride. Rubbing on top, gonna be a bad motherfucking boy. Redford, you got it wrong. A long time Fred is in the hands of fool. Single, give it all away, see it, bud. Man, go see what you wanna be, Mr. Hammett. Are you still out there? Praying for, open up your mind, open up your purse, open up your mouth, never, never gonna lose it. Praying for, give it all away, never give it each, gotta make me a million. Praying for, you got it wrong, come on, tell a friend, losing in the end is a fool. Single, give it all away, see it, bud, a man, or go see what you motherfucking wanna be, oh.
Fuck yeah.
How about that for metal?
How about that? Well, it's been over 3.5 hours, about where I wanted to be. So, any last words? Where can they follow you, guy?
Hey, ThrillStop everywhere. We're going live March 16th, 7 p.m. We're going live, and we're doing a pre-season live stream. That's the Monday before King's Dominion opening day. We're going live, and we're gonna try to do some. I'm not gonna exactly steal what he does. I'm gonna do some of my own original stuff. We'll have a fun time. We're gonna try to do some fun stuff. But if you're subscribed to me on ThrillStop everywhere, you know, give me a follow on Instagram. I'll probably follow you back. You know, we can chat, whatever. I'm a cool guy. Jay is an amazing guy. This dude doing his best as always, and I was so incredibly honored to join him for this fantastic live stream. So
Yeah, so
thank you very
I
much,
will
man.
be there for your live stream on the 16th next month. We actually have something coming. One more thing before we go. March 7th, Coaster Bash 37.
Yeah, that's right. We do have Kirsten Bash on March 7th.
I didn't want to leave the live stream without talking about this. March 7th, if everything goes to plan, Colton and I will be at Coaster Bash 37 at Salvatore's in South Hills, just south of Pittsburgh. And we will be grabbing you some new insight information about some regional parks. Waldemar expects big things from Waldemar from me because I will not shut up. Knobles for their 100th anniversary. Gravity Group will be there. Kennywood will be there. Idlewild will be there. A bunch of parks around Pennsylvania. I'm going with a couple of my other friends too. But it will be a huge day for Colton and I. Expect some content out of that from mainly his side. Absolutely. But if I manage to post the Waldemar speech, I will. But Absolutely. Saturday, March 7th, Colton and I will be there.
Absolutely. We're going to be there, and we're enjoying the time. I mean, it's not much to really, it's not really a hype thing necessarily. I mean, it is a hype thing, but we're just going to be chilling, kind of a conference style thing, listening to presentations. But it's going to be an awesome time, and then the live stream on 16th will also be an awesome time. But I also like to personally thank everyone who watched this 3.5 hour live stream.
Yeah, I know. Some people, I
a
know
lot
it's
of
late at night,
craziness
but
happened.
Colton and I had a fucking amazing time.
Oh, this is great.
Excuse
I'd do it
language
anytime.
the entire time, but this was a fun thing to do. And I haven't had this
Absolutely.
much fun doing a live stream in ages. This brought back some spark that I used to have with the old channel. So thank you for
This is a
sticking
good
around
one.
and dealing with my crazy brain. But we're going to end this right at the 3:30 mark. Colton, thank you so much for being in this live stream.
Hey, no
you
problem, man.
you are a
Anytime.
great
You're
friend.
awesome, man.
And yeah, so March 7th, Coaster Bash, him and I will be there. And I will be at Splash Lagoon sometime next month. And I will look forward to Colton's live stream. Follow me on Instagram at JZamanic for the latest updates on my end. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to use the old saying one last time. Lux Eterna, Anna Morata. We'll see you in the next ride.